The good old backdrop centered. Oh, there we go. Nope. Set it up. Alright, so we do have a player who's not going to be able to make it today. That's going to be Kathor, so he's the acting squad lead for the Space Marines, and he's the Iron Hand Devastator. So I think I'm going to do is we're going to, obviously we're going to play without him because we're going to play without him. We're not going to, have everybody, skip this week for just one player, so it's not a crucial moment in the campaign. So they just got their asses kicked and had that failure last week, and they're going to be recovering from that. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the Discord and get this started.
Craft.
All right. Who are we missing? We are
You.
missing
Got him.
Doc right now.
We're also missing Alex.
Devastator said you can't make it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So who's gonna be the Space Marine squad leader then?
Probably gonna fall to Pyzel again.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Priests don't lead. You shush.
You don't know that. No, priests lead a lot of people actually.
Because when are they taking command of forces?
How do squad lead? Siegfried will lead.
They lead when they charge.
Yeah, I'll lead the charge.
Hey, priests lead entire planets and hives and all that. What do you think a shrine world is?
I mean, it would probably fall to the librarian for seniority.
No, priest.
I would think the librarian would probably get it, just because that's a leadership role in a chapter. So,
depending on the chapter.
Yeah. I mean, if he wants to, otherwise,
like if it's a Black Templar, no.
I don't know if he'd be the best leader though, because he'll go hug another fucking bomb, basically.
I still say
is that an order squad lead? Yes.
No. I still say
you don't want to.
It's the priest that's a leader. I mean, they lead planets.
Hey, it's fine, right? Okay, just give me like 1,500 more XP under my belt. I'll have like fucking 4 parry attempts, counter attack, and fucking inescapable attack.
Okay, let me put it this way.
I'll parry all the bombs you want.
Hang on. When it comes to who's going to be in lead, let's put it this way: who here besides me has actually bought the command skill and put points into it?
Probably. No, probably nobody else.
You definitely wouldn't be leading the Space Marines, but even if you wanted to lead the humans, Lucian's not handing over control of his squad to a fucking priest. There's no way.
I could easily make a coup. I am a priest.
He'd rather take you out back and put you down like an old racehorse.
It'd be easy for a priest to start a coup.
To start a coup, you're just gonna get
how easy it is for Astartes to stop a coup.
Actually, sometimes pretty hard because you can't kill an idea.
Yeah, so far you're dealing with rebels and it's not going too great. But
I still need to have Lucian do his little meeting with his squad and teach them some urban shit.
Because whenever you kill someone, you got to make sure they don't become a martyr. Because if they do, you're screwed.
It's fine. You're just gonna have a meeting with my fucking.
You won't have a problem if they're all martyrs.
Brad,
just kill all of them.
Just unsubscribe before you cap them. You'll be all right.
There you
got
go.
his ass.
Like boom. Now you got one less follower, and you're dead. You're done. You're ghosted to the world. All right. Now let's go ahead and start kicking this off. I guess.
I should get in the roll 20, huh?
But to make sure, last session we gained 100 or 150. I asked and no one answered.
No, I told you 150. I could have sworn I did.
Last time I asked, no one told me.
I could have sworn I said something. But yeah, 150.
No. Okay. No, I'm not even spending it because I'm going to save it for later.
Yeah, I was about to say, you'd have to have both aptitudes for most things if you're going to be spending 150 XP. I think a character advance with both aptitudes is that cheap.
I'm not going to ask if I should refund Frenzy and Battle Rage. I think I'm going to keep it.
it's not a bad thing, but I think with Frenzy, you need another talent if you want to be able
Battle
to
Rage.
parry. Or is that what it is? It gives
Yeah,
you the
Battle
ability to
Rage.
parry and dodge with it.
Yeah,
That's good.
and both of them cost 300 XP.
That's not bad.
Remember
All right.
when I took that when I changed from Ministorm Priest to Prelate, I lost a lot of aptitudes. They changed.
Oh, I got you.
Like I no longer have offense; I have defense for some reason.
Is defense a sub of agility or something?
I don't
think
get agility.
Oh.
I thought defense was a sub of toughness.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Here's the thing: I, as a prelate, I get fellowship, leadership, defense, toughness, strength, weapon skill, willpower.
Meanwhile, Space Marines get like every damn one. Like
And
about
now here's the other side
Mountaineer.
of it. A bunch of priest abilities like orders require charm, which uses social. I don't get social.
Yeah, but you're a prelate. You're not really much of a preacher anymore. You're more of a guy who just screams litanies while you bash people.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
A
other side of
priest.
it.
Talk
I had
shit,
to ask.
get hit.
I had to ask Alex to change an aptitude because prelate is built around melee, does not get weapon skill.
Lol.
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Don't they
They
get
had
ballistic skill?
yes.
Yeah.
So we just swapped those two out because that's stupid.
Maybe you're a bullet priest. You pray and shoot guns. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We just throw
And,
knives.
and they start with a bolt pistol. Oh yeah, bolt pistol and a power sword.
Sounds more like an impromptu commissar, to be honest. Maybe someone messed up there. All right.
Yeah, that whole thing looks like it got
so-
messed up because it
so-
says they reject ranged, but they don't get any melee skills.
All right. So where we left off, obviously, pretty big drawback with falling into the rebel trap and dealing with the stuff they had thrown at you
It's a
guys.
trap.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So-
didn't screw up for once.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Inquisitor Thaddeus was relieved of command, and he was sent back to the ship, and you guys are now directly under Octavian. So with
Well,
this currently, we're actually skipping forward about 13 days after the rebel incident. So Octavian has been scurrying away doing his investigations. The Krieg have begun patrolling and occupying parts of the city. And
Just a quick question. Is it possible for Lucian to have just been like basically running drills with his squad this entire time? Would that provide any actual benefit?
I mean, you could kind of go over some stuff with them. You wouldn't have time to be doing like drills because essentially every day you guys would be basically Octavian would be using you to either track down leads or to actually just kick in doors of potential
Okay.
threat areas. So it's more of a moment of like kind of learning on the fly.
All right. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine. So yeah, as you guys are moving into the 14th day, so it's been about 2 weeks after your arrival and the initial contact. Octavian did report to you guys yesterday, and he basically had a briefing and explained the whole situation. So from what he's found out is that the rebels were able to either steal or purchase governor guard uniforms. And what they found from like local security and comms channels and stuff is that essentially with the slave girl, they just kind of snagged her as she was walking back to the governor. So it was just kind of a setup from the get go. The guards were introduced to lure the Space Marines away, and when they saw the slave girl was escorting them, they told her the governor needed her. And when she ran by, some guys jumped her and just strapped the bomb to her and told her to go, say hi. With that, he looked into it and found that the lieutenant who had given the order for the PDF to open fire on the civilians, he was actually from a part of town that's known to be very sympathetic with the rebels, and it seems that he's very either on their payroll or was just down with the cause. So they have footage of him meeting with a few rebels, and he was actually the one who escorted the rebels into the building that were uh, basically getting the uniforms and attacking the Inquisitor and the governor. So, Octavian has peace of mind on that. Currently, the information has come to light. So the lieutenant was interrogated, and he's due to be executed today. So, as far as what's going on, I mean, unless there's a special request for any particular reason, he's literally just going to let the locals put him down and make a show of it. And currently, he's still his contact that you guys were initially supposed to make, um, you know, contact with when you first got here. He just basically scattered and hauled ass once all those explosions happened, and he has finally resurfaced after a couple weeks. So,
Not my fault.
I mean, it was just the rebels. It is what it is.
I was with the Inquisitor the whole time. Not my fault.
That's true. Priest is innocent. But Octavian is essentially he's yesterday he gave you guys the briefing, and today you're going to start moving out. So essentially, the objectives today is that he needs you to make contact with the individual. The individual's just meeting you in a public place, like a bar across the street from one of the markets. So, if you want to go in there with a show of force with, Space Marines and an armored, you know, personnel carrier and all that crap, he doesn't care. If you want to go in with just one guy, like it's one of those moments, he doesn't care. Like you just pay the guy, he's going to give you the information, and then you're probably never going to see him again. Um, but on top of that, Boris was working with Octavian, and they were able to narrow down to an apartment building the place that was actually broadcasting the rebel propaganda, all the doctored footage and stuff like that. So Octavian wants that breached and cleared to basically, get everything that's there and basically see what other kind of videos they could be cooking up, trying to frame the Imperium for something stupid. All right, but that's where you're at. So, yeah, over the 2 weeks, that's what Octavian was working on. Everybody else, like the Space Marines, you guys were essentially like, taking a look around the streets. Zevin sent a message to the chapter. So, one thing that you guys would have done is request either to speak or see one of the salamanders that was here for the mission 1500 years ago for the treaty signing. There's only one alive. He's still an active, space marine, and he's on his way to the planet to essentially like take a walk around and speak with you guys and give you all the information, because everything that you guys try to look up here or the Inquisitor tries to pull up, it's like a very vague story. It's like, Space Marines came down, they shot some rebels, and that's it. And you're like, where are the official like reports and stuff? And there are none. So they're gonna get firsthand knowledge. Besides that, like Stark, like you and your buddy would have just been like doing some like simple Overwatch stuff in buildings, maybe a few like hits on like HVTs, but that's about it. So
Yeah,
at this
Yeah, I said it makes sense.
at this moment, Pyzel is in active command of the Space Marines, and essentially you guys were, getting up and getting geared. It's like or like 6-7 in the morning, and you guys are basically all getting together like in the barracks. So at this time, Pyzel just starts like waking everyone up who's not already up, and the Space Marines are obviously doing their whole ritual of donning their armor if they so choose. So what do you guys want to do?
Question: how long has the Civil War been going on?
about 1,500 years.
All right, okay, fair enough. So a very, very, very long time. So there'd be like some sort of good estimate of where the rebels have a rough base of things. No?
Yeah, so up until about 10 years ago, so what happened was that the current head of the family and his son and daughter, when the grandfather passed away, he took control of the family, and he just disappeared. So like nobody's laid eyes on him, his daughter, or the son in 10 years. They've assumed that they could be in a few locations. Like there are some old like mountain passes and like oasis out in the middle of nowhere that have old like military installations, but I mean it's been said that they've already been checked, multiple times over the last 5-6 years. Um, but currently, yeah, nobody has actually any idea where they're at, and none of the rebels that are in the city or managed to get caught still breathing, they even after torture and stuff like that, I mean they're dedicated, but they're not going to survive inquisitorial questioning. um they just don't know. In this case, the the fact that their ground troops are ignorant to where their like their commanding officers are, is actually benefiting these rebels exponentially.
Okay.
But Pyzel just is, he's walking around in his apothecary gear, and Boris is just tinkering with some stuff. Pyzel just essentially gets everybody up and calls you guys around, while you're gearing up or eating or whatever you're doing to get ready. He goes, so I would like my brother Space Marines and also some of our guardsmen to chime in on what our method of approach should be for making contact with this inquisitorial asset. Is going to be in a public place. He does not care if he's seen with Imperial forces. He just wants his money and to leave.
Right after Pyzel says that, I assume we're in like some kind of tent or something along those lines, correct?
It's like a fixed barracks, so it's like sheet
Okay.
metal,
So
concrete.
we're in a hooch.
Yeah. So it's easily 40 or 50 people could sleep in there, but it's dedicated to just you guys.
Okay, yeah, like right after he says that, Lucian's gonna walk in wearing his little PT short shorts and like no shirt. He just got back from like a run. So, what's happening?
So after the briefing yesterday that Octavian gave us, we have two targets. We have a potential, I guess, like comm station or propaganda manufacturing area in an apartment building. And then we have to meet with the inquisitorial asset at a public bar that's across from one of the most major markets in the area. So the individual does not care if he's noticed with Imperial forces or anything like that. He essentially just wants to get paid and then to leave. So I just need opinions on how we want to approach this. If we move in force, we can. We can go in full armor, full gear, get some Overwatch positions, APCs, and a squad of Kriegsmen to back us up, and then just stroll on in.
I have a suggestion.
Hmm.
We let's go to this guy. Let's pay him. Let's go balls out. Show Astarte's presence. Right. Get the rebels' attention. But beforehand, we get snipers up and we basically we set recce over the whole area. We watch this guy. When he leaves, we follow him with eyes. We don't necessarily like we have to follow him straight up. If somebody's like sneaky and could be like unseen, then yeah. But like we follow him. We go balls out. Show the Astartes presence. The rebels will notice. They'll go, "Ha! We've given him some money. They want to know what he's told us. They're gonna go for him. We grab the rebels as they go for him."
All right. Oh, I have no problem with that. So let's see here. All right, we'll get your guys geared up. I guess Stark and Chazov can get into position. Hmm. How much time in advance do you need to get established, Stark?
None at all.
Maybe.
All right, so
Get me there.
we'll the Krieg have civilian vehicles stationed off to the side for us. So you and Chazov can go ahead and grab one, get into a elevated position, and watch the bar. You can go ahead and start heading out now.
Alrighty. Does Chazov by any chance have any kind of tech use skills? Because if we're going to be up there before we have any kind of military support, it might be a good idea to set up a trap or two.
Chazov, what you got, boy? He has.
Depending on his home, his
Yes, he does. He has Medicaid and tech use and security.
What a Chad.
perfect spotter material.
I'm like, what did I dump all his XP in? Oh, skills. That's God damn.
It seems that they have accidentally given me a sapper as my spotter.
They've given you like a fucking Marsoc guy or something. He's like stealth. He's got navigate surface. He's got Medicaid. He's got tech use. He's got security. Good lord.
I'm not going to complain. That's for sure.
Um,
The Emperor blessed me with a teammate that does all the stuff I don't know how to do.
Okay, I'm here.
so Lucian's gonna kind of like go into like his footlocker as he's like trying to like put his boots on and shit, like trying to get out of his PTs. And he's gonna go to Alberic, and he's gonna show him his grapnel. And he's gonna ask him, like, you know what this is? Like, do you know how to use this?
To me, I would assume so.
Uh,
Me.
Well, it's Ulbrich and it's Alberic.
Okay, right. Fuck it.
Okay, Alberic. Yeah.
Right,
That's
I'm
why I
simply
called him
fucking already
Stark.
my name.
Don't use his
Okay,
last
Stark.
name.
Stark.
What,
Mr. Stark.
Stark.
you don't use his first name. You don't call him Lieutenant Alberic. It's Ulbrich, the Space Marine, and then it's Stark.
Also, his name's Alwyn. Yeah, rude ass.
You didn't
Oh,
change
my
it in Discord, my guy.
That's because I'm tricking you. I'm using inquisitorial tactics
Oh
on
my
your
god.
ass.
It's not Alberic. It's Alfarius.
Oh shit.
The Cameline cloak is actually revealing an 8-foot tall super soldier.
What do you
But
need
yeah,
do you need a grapple Stark? What he's asking.
I
Yeah.
don't believe so. I mean, if it's a civilian building, then
Well, it's
that might be good for escaping.
yeah, it's a like a grapnel. It's basically like a fucking Batman thing, right? Like it'll hoist you up or lower you down.
Wait, why would you need it for escaping? Just jump.
Well, if you're
That's how you
5
break
or
your
6
legs.
floors up, man, it's not gonna be.
Called a grav shoot.
I don't think he has
You
one
got
of
a
those.
grab shoot for me?
He doesn't have a grab
Yeah.
shoot either.
Yeah, Hosk actually. Wait, does Stark actually ask if Hosk has a grab shoot?
Yeah,
He points by his bunk, and there's a grab shoot sitting right there.
Oh,
if he
well-
asks, "Oh, do you need a grab shoot?" Now I just need to operate aeronautica.
Well, that's if you're like under fire. If you just jump to like just do it like for movement, you should be okay. But yeah, if you're doing it under fire, yeah, you're gonna require some rolls.
Well,
And
he's just asking because it would help you to be able to like maneuver around in like an urban environment. Like that's why he's trying to ask if you want the grapnel since you're providing Overwatch.
I won't say no. What skill is used with that?
That there's no skill involved. It's just you just latch it onto something within 100 meters and then it hoists you around.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah! All right, I'll take it. I'm not gonna not.
What do
I'm
I
not
do?
gonna not be Batman.
So yeah, he'll like kind of like help you fucking like strap it onto your waist, I guess, and kind of like give you like a demo of like you press this, press that, and then kind of just let you take it.
Well,
Just
so
went through that XCOM game where you give the snipers the armor that has a grapple.
there you go.
All right,
Yep,
I
that's
changed my
exactly
character's
what-
name. Just to avoid confusion, I'm Dane Siegfried now.
Now we have no one named Ulbrich or Albert.
Yeah,
it.
because I changed my
It's
character's name
confusing.
last time.
It hurts. It hurts my fucking. If you want the name, take the name. Fucking, my brain hurts.
But yeah. So Stark, you start heading out. Yeah, just Chazov. He literally is just like chucking his shit in the back of like some little civilian vehicle, and you guys are just hauling ass out of the FOB and moving towards the city. Yeah, Pizel says, "All right, well, if we're going in heavy, take your gear. Uh, I guess prepare for an engagement. I will go request that the Krieg provide us with a squad." And he looks at Lucy and he goes, "The Space Marines will be outside. I don't think we would benefit from entering a closed-in space like that with civilians present." He goes, "So I need you to pick yourself and 2 others who are going to make contact with this individual."
Uh,
What's my job?
Basically to assist Lucian and them. So
Oh.
if you want to meet the guy who you're the inquisitorial asset, you can.
yeah, well, Lucy, I was gonna pick Sandelius because I don't know who this fucking guy is, and I don't know how
You know,
the
you know who I am.
well, no, I'm saying if I were meeting.
Can I make a tactical imperialis roll to plan our convoy?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Fuck it, let's go.
You put the important vehicle in the middle so they get trapped.
Yeah,
Oh fuck! Hey guys, so the convoy just charges, yeah? Cool.
We're gonna go there the speed limit. Apparently, that's what his decision is.
Fake and gay. I've never met anyone
We're
in the
gonna
military
stop
that
for all
drives
the
at speed
lights
limit.
as well.
Yeah. What'd you say, Lucia? What was that?
well, what I was trying to say was Lucian wants to take Sandelius into the bar with him. He wants him to be one of the 2,
Okay.
and then unless the priest decides he doesn't want to do that.
I'll do whatever you tell me to do, because I'm not a space marine or a commander.
And then I was
Do
gonna,
you
and then I,
want to be a commander? You can request a squad next mission, but you didn't want one
Nah.
before, so you didn't get one.
Nah.
yeah, and then I was gonna take Oak.
Professor
You're
Oak?
taking Oak
Yeah, why
into
not?
that small space.
Oh, it's like a tiny little space.
It's like a basement bar.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's dark
I thought it
in
was
there.
like okay, no, never mind. I thought it was like a normal like ground level bar.
No, it's like underground. Because it's a desert planet, so in most of the places like that, they're gonna be underground to keep them
So
cool.
we're in Mos Eisley. Got it.
Yeah, essentially.
We're going to the canteen. Oh God, who let the Xenos in here?
I did.
But is Magnus is Ordo doing all right? Is he good now?
Yeah, they're gearing up. They're up and moving. You can tell the
Well, then-
vet's still sore, and you can see when like Bordeaux reaches above his head, he kind of winces, but he's pretty good.
Fuck. Then I'm gonna regret this later, but I'm gonna take Weiss.
You're from Dragon Ball?
No, Weiss. However the fuck you pronounce it. Ludovicus.
Oh, Ludovic. Oh yeah, I forgot his fucking last name because I could only remember the first name. It was so. It's so
Is
him.
Is it Weiss or Weiss?
It's like Wise. I would say
Okay.
Wise, yeah, or Wes. I don't know. Well, either one.
I'm just gonna call him W.
Wait, how's it spelled?
For Bush.
Weiss.
So Vice?
Something like that. Yeah, he's supposed to be like a
It sounds-
German-ish
if
guy.
he's supposed to be German, then yeah, I guess
Ish.
it'd be
Weiss.
Weiss because they don't do W's.
As
Weiss,
German
yeah.
as 40k will allow someone because we've been watered down.
Satisfies cousins to Volkswagen, yeah.
Dude, it's 40k. It's almost all German, if you think about it.
Yeah, but they're all watered down. Everybody's a mix of nothing. It's just everything.
All right.
Yeah, but they act very
Yeah, we'll-
German.
I'll take Sandelius and Weiss.
All right, sounds good. All right,
Can I have a cookie?
possibly not.
He
You're
pulls
banned.
he pulls a little packet out of his pocket, and it's got it's a fucking MRE cookie.
No,
I'm
thank
trying-
you.
Jesus Christ. So,
The driest cookie on the planet.
everybody gets their
I-
gear.
Oh, here's something fucked up. I actually do prefer oatmeal raisins to chocolate chip.
That's fine.
I mean, If you know that there's raisins, it's okay. It's only when they don't tell you it's raisins that's the problem.
I
What
just
bothers
put,
me,
I just put raisins in everything, like you
Dude,
know, like
what
that
bothers
Red's
me
hot
is when
sauce.
I-
Like I just put raisins. I put them in lasagna,
right.
mac and cheese.
You're
I just
weird.
put 'em in
You're
there.
That's
banned.
No,
disgusting.
dude, what pisses me off is when I'm expecting raisins and I get a chocolate chip. I'm like,
All right, you're
I-
canceled. You're all canceled. I have to go.
So Pizel comes back. You know, we got the Kriegs. So basically they give Stark and Chazov like about an hour or two heads up. Head start. So yeah, so Stark, you and Chazov, you know, you approach. See, I mean, it's a hellhole when it comes to dealing with this urban environment. You know, there's a very large market, a lot of coverings. I mean, literally, if someone ran 50 feet outside of the bar and took a different turn in any part of that market, you're gonna lose track of them. Like this is the worst situation. There's a lot of high, you know, buildings around. I mean, it just
War
sucks.
crime simulator. War crime simulator.
Yeah.
Can I request a heavy bolter instead of a sniper for this coverage operation?
That would have been better, but well, the APCs are kitted, so hopefully they'll set up in a nice spot. But
So we know this going in because snipers set up beforehand, yeah. So we could just say,
Yep.
yeah,
That's
they're feeding all this information back. So like while you guys are getting geared up, while the APCs are getting kitted out, and the Kriegs
you
are
guys
getting
can-
loaded up. Yeah.
I have a picked quarter, so you guys can see anyone that's got something to feed can see exactly what I'm seeing.
all right.
Yep.
Maybe change your plan. Don't show a Starties. Starties stay in transport. Make it an in and out, and if needed, Space Marines get out.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't
well,
really matter. I don't think.
yeah,
Do we care if this guy
Pizel
still
says,
is?
yeah, we'll get on there and we'll keep the Astartes near the vehicles, but if those vehicles stop, you need to get out of them. So right now, Chazov, he just kind of nudges you, Stark. Like you guys are just kind of on ground level. You got your stuff like on your backs. At this time, you're just basically like in civilian clothing. So you do have your
No.
armor in your bag, but you know you guys weren't going in. You know it's broad daylight, so as far as the snipers go, blending in, you basically just put your full kit in your like carry bags, and you're just kind of walking around with your sidearm under your civvies.
what can I get away with? Because my basic clothing is sanctified robes. I'm a priest.
You'll be okay because you're rolling with the main convoy. But as far as like the
But
snipers, if you want to look
we don't
like you're
wanna get
getting ready, you
Yeah.
don't want your scouts to get spotted before you know anything goes down.
But isn't it like a common thing in 40k for the average priest to actually be armed?
Yeah, yeah, but the like you're not trying to
No, I'm
like
just curious here.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Priests have well, they're given well actually because they're not supposed to be armed, but they're given weapons as gifts, and that's how they defend themselves.
Yeah, but
So
like you see them on the street with a fucking flamer as they're preaching. It's like, okay, buddy.
yeah, it happens. It's a fucking Imperium. That's what it is.
It's probably just been hanging out with the battle sisters too much.
That's right. But yeah, so you know, Chazov just basically points to a building. You know, it's probably about 12 floors, and he says, you know, we only need to really get up to like the fourth to be able to see everything. And it's just a building that literally is able to see straight down the road. So if anyone's crossing from the bar trying to leave, you can get them. But as far as looking into it,
Sorry, went to get a pre-game nap and overslept.
oh, you're fine, bud.
Banned.
But as far as seeing
know, I'll-
into the bar, you can see into this like small lobby that's above the bar. It looks like maybe like some kind of coffee shop or a small restaurant. Below that, you can see signs that say like the bar is in the basement, and there's only one way in, one way out. And it looks like they have a guy who is armed, who's kind of like, I guess, the equivalent of like a bouncer or something. And he kind of stands outside, smokes a cigarette, talks to people. You know, it looks like he gives directions to people who are lost and stuff like that. But he just kind of looks like he checks people before they enter the bar and stuff like that.
Can I point out that Only War has greatly disappointed me with one book?
What's that?
No.
It referenced a way for people to actually get a jump pack, but it refers to a talent that's only in Dark Heresy First Edition. as a prerequisite.
Oh,
So it's like, fuck you.
you could always. I guess you could always get it. Just figure out the cost.
The jump pack in Only War is integrated. The only
Oh,
one is
that's
integrated.
that's a tech priest thing then.
Yeah, but it also says mechanics implants or integrated potentia coil, which the average person can get in Dark Heresy 1.
Yeah, you have to be a tech
Well, I
priest
mean,
in
it's
Only
not.
War to
It's
get
not
it.
supposed to be
Could
for
just
the
play a
average
Salt
person.
Marine and get a free one.
No, I'm just saying Only War's bugged me because the talent in here mentioned that talent, but no book in Only War actually has that talent.
Yeah, the one with the
Books on you,
tech
the Death
priest,
Watch one.
the one with the tech priest advancements do.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have integrated potentia coil.
Yeah, because it's a prerequisite to get that like to be able to fly with it. So like you have to get it. I don't think you buy it though. You just get it.
No, I'm trying to say, okay, it says Mechanicus implants or integrated coil, because the integrated coil was for non-tech priests in Dark Heresy 1. But
Ah.
I'm saying in the Only War book mentions the integrated coil as a prerequisite, but you can't get the integrated coil in this thing.
I feel like this is a discussion for post game.
Yeah,
It's done anyway.
I'll figure it out later.
No,
But
I'm just saying it's stupid. Anyway.
But yep. So you and Chazov, like Chazov just kind of like goes into the building and picks the lock to one of the rooms, and basically just he starts setting up a small sound alarm on the door. He definitely doesn't want to blow anything up, but he just wants it to go off and basically like it's like a rudimentary like flashbang. It's gonna stun the person for like a half second, and then that gives you enough time to turn around. So he's
Makes
setting
sense.
that up while you guys are basically getting in full gear and starting to get Overwatch. At this time, everybody would be loading up into the APCs. There's about 15 Krieg that are going to be loaded up in the first APC. Um, the sergeant there just walks over to you, Lucian, and salutes. We were called to escort you into the city, sir.
When he calls him sir, he goes, "Don't call me sir. I work for a living."
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
Lucian used to be a lieutenant. He finally gets to say it.
Yeah, but Team Imperium, everybody works for a living or they die.
But the Krieger, he's just like, understood. Where are we going to be needed?
At the tip of the spear, as all good Kriegsmen are.
That's
Understood.
lewd.
You'll be leading the convoy.
Understood. What are our orders for engagement?
He kind of like glances over at Pizel if he's nearby.
Yeah, Paizel's like loading stuff into one of the NPCs, and he looks over, like catches your eye, and he just stares and nods. But
He goes ROE.
unless fired upon, hold fire.
And he kind of just looks back at the Kriegsman and he goes, "You heard him, right?"
You've never heard a sigh of disappointment through a gas mask before, but it's a very strange sound. And then he just walks off. With
Fucking Kriegsman.
So Zevin, so what you missed is we've gone forward. So it's been this is the 14th day after the initial combat. So in that time, Octavian has done his full investigation. He found that the rebels had purchased or stolen Governor Guard uniforms, and they did find recordings. So essentially, what had happened is that rebels were escorted in by that lieutenant from the PDF who gave the order to massacre the civilians. He gave them uniforms. He allowed them to gain access to the room to attack the Inquisitor and stuff. And then those guards that were with you guys were rebels. And essentially, what had happened is that when they told her to piss off, some of the rebels just grabbed her and strapped a bomb to her and then told her to go back. So, right now, the governor is not suspected for anything like that. And they're deciding to execute that lieutenant. In the meantime, Octavian has his contact that you guys were initially supposed to meet up with has resurfaced. So this is where they're going right now, and I would assume you're gonna gear up to go with them, right? Or not? Or he's dead.
Huh?
I don't think he's here.
Okay.
What? What's going on? I zoned.
Well, I was trying to. Oh,
Sorry, I was using the bathroom real quick.
What?
So I just woke up.
no, you're
Like I
fine.
said, I literally just woke up, so I had to go do that.
No, you're
I
fine.
should have woken. I should have woken you up sooner. I was watching you the whole time.
Had to drain the swamp.
I wouldn't have done that. My dogs don't like people they don't know.
All right, so they're Octavian's contact that you guys were initially gonna meet with is has resurfaced. So you guys are going to meet with them now. So between Pizel and everybody decided to kind of just go in pretty heavy. So you're taking 3 APCs and you're just going in your full gear. So the Space Marines are going to wait outside. Lucian, Sandalius, and one of the medics are going to go in and make contact with the guy and get the information and then get out. There was a time skip, so it is the 14th day after the initial attack. In that time, Octavian has done his reports, and the rebels were behind all the attacks there. So the lieutenant for the PDF that massacred the civilians was on the payroll with the rebels, and he gave them access to the buildings and gave them uniforms. And so essentially, they were caught on film, snagging the slave girl and strapping a bomb to her, and then using the uniforms to attack you guys. So the governor's not under suspicion for that, but Octavian still is looking for the other inspectors who retired on this planet to speak with them. But in the meantime, you guys are going to go make contact with this inquisitorial asset. So, unless anybody needs anything specific before leaving the fob, the Krieg are ready to go. You guys should be geared
Baneblade?
up. No Baneblade.
Can I
most streets probably
refill
wouldn't be
my
big enough for
grenades?
that. Yeah,
Can
you
I
can
get a
grab more
jump
grenades.
pack?
Can I have all of them?
They don't have a jump pack here. You can request one.
No, I mean
We'll
like
try to get one.
what if we wrap my power sword in grenades and then when I attack people, boom.
I think
Well, then
you'll
you'll
die.
go
Yeah, I was about to
Good
say
luck
you'll
holding on
die.
to it.
Allahu Akbar.
All right.
Okay, sorry, don't talk about that. Right.
All right. Was that anybody need anything else? We're good to go?
I think I'm okay.
I'm ready to climb in this APC and watch the Kriegs get fucking blown up.
That might happen. Yes.
Let's watch the Krieg run over an IED. Let's go.
So with that, you guys load up and start heading out. As you guys are approaching the city, Octavian chimes in to Pizel and them every once in a while to kind of give updates and stuff. And over the comms, Octavian just, he goes, my contact says that he'll be in the bar wearing a green jacket and a red top. So like, like a turban kind of thing, but it's red. Chazov hears this and goes, all right, I guess we'll keep our eyes out. And as you guys are approaching, so it's about 35 minutes for you guys to get into the city limits, and you're pushing through. There's some moments like if you guys peek out through, you're just using chimeras, so like you peek out through like some of the portholes and stuff. You can see some traffic and stuff, and yeah, the Krieg up front there, whoever's driving, they're definitely not giving a shit. If those cars do not move out of the way, they get moved. So it happens a couple times, but it's nothing too crazy. There's just there's obvious PDF forces that moved up to make sure the road was clear, and then a car just kind of stayed wedged in the intersection, and you just see this Chimera not stop and just smacks through and knocks the car out of the way. And then you hear the person screaming, and then the PDF just roll up and start arresting them. So
Sounds just like Baghdad.
it's just they got in the Imperium's way, man. That should cry.
No, we're not in Baghdad. We're in Ramadi. Get it right.
There you go.
Sorry,
Ah.
Fallujah.
What the?
Or
We're in all
Fallujah.
of them.
It's Fallujah, Baghdad, Ramadi outpost. A kilo of something. Just chuck it all in there. But yeah, so as you guys are approaching, yeah, Stark, you're watching, scanning, looking around. Let me get an awareness check from you.
Oh no, I have to roll awareness.
I hope you have a really high awareness because you're a sniper.
Alex, I did something stupid last session.
What's that?
Remember when I used a fate to get a +10 on that charm roll on the people to make them riot, and I just failed?
Mm-hmm.
I have a talent that actually says instead of +10, you get +30 when you spend a fate point to get a bonus on a test.
Should have remembered that.
Yeah.
Any input values, success, or
Don't
any
quite.
extras or any negatives?
No, it's just a regular awareness test. So you just have like your
All right,
your
fine.
bonus for
+0.
sight and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just
Got the
plus
+20, but I still failed.
Also, if my magnoculars give me any bonuses, I didn't mark that down or nothing. It's just my flat 61, which I
Oof. That's what you needed. I got to pass. So
Yeah.
yeah, as you're looking around, you notice that there's you see an individual in a green jacket, red turban that's getting patted down by the guard for the bar, and then he just proceeds into the bar. Besides that, like you do see a few individuals around the market with weapons, but you're not able to keep track of them for long to see if they had any kind of markings or what they were.
Alrighty, I'll keep an eye and make sure they don't enter the bar. Because I imagine if they're packing weapons, it's nothing bigger than like sidearms or auto guns or something.
Yeah, there's no laws or anything that prohibit any kind of firearm usage for, personal protection or anything like that. Like, so civilians can carry just about anything, and if they're mercenaries, they can carry any kind of military grade weapon, and the PDF don't bother them. Which
Bane
is
blade.
stupid, seeing as this is a planet that's had, rebel issues for like 1500 years, but, each their own, I guess. I guess they make more money selling the guns than they do banning them. So with that, yeah, as the APCs are approaching, so like at this point you can basically kind of hear them. It's pretty distinct hearing these chimeras rolling down the street. As you guys, pull into the area, the lead APC stops, door drops. You guys can hear the Krieg stepping on metal and coming out onto the sidewalk. And then they just essentially start spreading out and, moving down the sides of the street. And, for the most part, they're not really hustling or anything like that. It just looks like they're, stepping out, kind of walking. They're trying to remain calm around the civilians. They're actually handling it a lot more delicately than you would expect. Like, Stark, you're watching this and you're like, you're half expecting like a bayonet charge from one of the Kriegers at like a mother of 5 or something. So it's you're like, oh.
That's a pleasant surprise.
So like, and the rest of the APC doors open, and then you guys start, coming out. Oak is just like, a good sign.
Yes, Oak. Yes.
But Pizel just like starts informing you as Astartes spread out. Keep your eyes open. Sergeant, go ahead and make contact. Everybody else, just begin spreading out into the market and down the streets, and keep your eyes peeled.
And Lucian's just going to. Yeah, I think he's gonna leave his long lads and his lads carbine in the APC, or hand them off to somebody in his squad. I don't know if anybody's strong enough to carry that shit or not.
Yeah, all yeah, everybody but essentially Vet could carry those.
All right, then he'll give his long las to Marcus and his las carbine to Ordo.
All right.
Tell him to hold on to those for him. He'll keep his las pistol and his knife, but he's gonna look at Sandilius and he's gonna like tap the pommel of his power sword and he's gonna be like, "Please, for the love of the Emperor, don't use this." And then he points at his head and he goes, "Use this."
I point to my other sword. What about this one?
Don't use that one either.
Then I point to my bolt pistol. This one?
You can't. You don't even know how to use that.
What about the grenade?
No weapons. Just keep it all on your belt.
I'm good with my fists too.
Not trying to get into a bar shootout. All right.
What about my shield?
Just follow me.
Actually, what should I do with my shield? Because I'm just carrying that on my arm. How can I put that away?
Put it
No,
on your back, I guess.
Yeah, you can just sling it over your back.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna look at Vice and he's gonna go, "Give somebody your last carbine."
Because I will point out, I am carrying
what?
2 swords and a knife.
Checks
You're
it.
shit in a firefight anyway. You don't need it.
That's completely debatable. It's fine, fine. He hands
I'm
the.
looking at your stats right now, buddy.
You see him just like kind of like just chuck it into the Chimera.
What if I hand him my bolt pistol when he throws away his last carbine?
Don't let him have that.
Oh.
I think he has a last pistol, so I guess that's all he'll need. He'll be alright. He'll be alright. But yeah, so you guys proceed towards the bar. So yeah, Lucian, as you approach, the bouncer guy, he sees everything going on. He looks really nervous and he goes, we don't allow weapons in the establishment, sir.
The laws of the local government state I can have whatever I want. You're lucky I didn't bring in my rifle. And he goes to walk past him.
It's like he just kind of like stands in the way for a second. He goes, "Are you local PDF, sir?"
It's none of your business. And he goes to walk past him.
That's it. He ain't gonna fucking stop you. I'm not. It's like I'm not gonna make him stupid. This ain't gonna be one of the moments as you.
follow him.
Yeah, you literally just kind of
on,
like brush him out of the way as you guys proceed into
This scene reminds me of something. Give me just a second.
Probably Inglorious Bastards, because that's what's about to happen. No, I mean, that's what's not about to happen.
You haven't watched that.
But so while they're going into there, can I please have everybody else who's outside? So there's going to be Stark, there's going to be all the Space Marines. Let me get awareness checks. And Zevin, let me get a willpower check for Mewtwo.
Can I use heightened senses on this stuff? Like it's a vision based. I'm looking around, so I get
Yeah.
+10.
You get a +20 because you have heightened senses, and your helmet gives you heightened senses.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Oh man, I need to level shit properly. Hey,
Any modifier in the willpower?
Nope, just a +0.
You gotta wonder who takes heightened senses, touch, and taste.
Slutneshies.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
You want to use a fate point for that?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, if he uses fate point, I could get. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Give everybody bonus just in case.
I like the video, Stark, but I don't think Lucian's that much of a badass yet.
Come and take it from me. There's only one way to become that.
Magic.
I just have to live long enough to get the XP, man.
Okay, I just hit willpower fucking 20 times and it didn't bring up the problem, so I'm just gonna roll it over here.
Okay.
Make sure that your thingy's right. Who was it that couldn't roll last time because of their browser?
Because of Firefox.
me.
Jesus Christ.
Still fucks up sometimes.
Oof.
Yeah, it's right. It just sucks. And yeah, what the fuck?
Let's see.
Ooh, that's not a good roll.
80.
All around me, familiar faces.
None that he can see because he's blind as a motherfucker.
But it's still what? It's minus 2.5 degrees, so it's still about the same.
I passed the awareness. I just failed the willpower that he had me roll for some reason.
Yeah, I know. I know. I needed it.
No, he
Gee,
said I'm blind as a motherfucker. So
Failed willpower. You're distracted by a tray of fresh donuts.
yeah. Wait, Stark. Did you roll again as well?
What did I have to roll again? Sorry, I
Yeah,
wasn't paying.
needed another
Alright,
awareness.
How inconvenient. Yeah, I'm seeing shit.
So, yeah, the Templar. So, you're noticing a group of about 10, 15 people in darker armors, like kind of khaki stuff, like black and tans, down the street. They look pretty well equipped. Definitely some kind of like private contractors of some kind. They're keeping their distance. They don't even look like they're paying mind to you guys. You just notice them.
I'll report that they're
Yeah, well, the Templar sees them. You'd easily see them as well. It's like a group of about 10, 15 guys. It looks like they're just kind of milling about, waiting for somebody.
ID their weapons. Like they
Looks
got
like some custom stub automatics. Looks like the toughest guys on them have like some custom like las guns of some kind, and then there seems to be one guy who has like a grenade launcher.
All right.
Alright.
I'll just
No
click my box.
anti-tank stuff.
Brother Librarian by 3 o'clock. Fucking look like PMCs. Keep an eye.
So,
I saw them as well.
yeah, so you can see them as
Making
well, and Zevin, you were kind of looking more towards the market instead of down the street, and you
Wait,
see.
I succeeded by 2. Oh.
No, hold on. Yeah,
Alright.
you weren't looking down that way. You're looking in a different direction. So the Templar and Stark can easily see that down the street. You're looking more in the market, and you see about 3 to 5 individuals who are matching the description of the same uniform. So while he's telling you, "Hey, I got these people down here. They look like this," you're like, "Oh, well, I can see 3 or 4 of them in the market that are the same." And same thing. They mostly have like custom like stub automatics or a las gun, but nothing that looks crazy high penetration. You do see
Alright.
out of the corner of your eye though, uh, what looks like that slave girl just go running by one of the market stalls, and she's gone in a flash, and you're like
Perpetual.
you
Perpetual.
feel like you have to go find her. Like that's your feeling. You're like, oh my god, she survived, and she could be hurt.
Psychic shenanigans.
Yeah. But we don't know the end character. I will inform there's some down the road, and to keep watch, I have to check something.
Okay. So are you just like kind of like walking at a pretty calm pace, or are you like trying to like catch up quick?
I will ask what's going on. We kind of have a mission here.
Kind of doing things.
Kind of in the middle of something here, mate.
Do you remember that slave girl that exploded?
Yeah, you mean the one they were mopping up?
Well, either she's a perpetual or I just saw a ghost.
Okay, sounds like some witch fuckery. Return to formation, I guess. Fucking, we have a mission here.
You said I am feeling obliged to follow her.
Yeah, you're so going through your head right now is like, I didn't see her body. I didn't confirm that she's dead, so she could be hurt. So you're filled with this overwhelming like kind of moment where you're like, I have to go help her. She's in need, possibly.
Yeah, so Zevin's still going towards there, even though you said back information. So you might, if I don't know if you can snap him out of that, or
Do I see? Do I like see him like I say, hey, stop, come back to formation? Do I see him continue to walk away?
So
out
if
my
you
line of
if
sight.
you take your eyes off the guys down the street and you peek over, yeah, you'd see him going into the market, and he's like now out of view.
All right, I'll look back, and I'm torn. I'm gonna behave. I'm behaving. I'm not. If he's gonna fuck himself, he can fuck himself. I got shouted at by a big scary space marine looking guy, and I don't want to get shouted at again. I'm just gonna stick with the rest of the people here.
Yeah, but so I mean, like, yeah, the only people near you right now are the Kriegers. So like Pyzel and Boris, they're back at the APCs. So they don't know what's going on. Unless you guys were like,
can I radio to them to tell them what's going on?
yeah, you totally can.
Okay, right.
Unless you guys say that you're using an open channel, I am always going to assume that you're just directly communicating with the person you're talking to.
All right. Well, for all intents and purposes, I'm just using the Astartes channel.
Okay.
So I would assume they'd have heard of everything.
Okay. Yeah, Pyzel looks. Yeah, like you look back and you see Pyzel's actually like moving around the APC to look around, and he just
Do they see any PMC guys?
not down their like not down their side of the street, so they haven't seen any. It just seems that there's a handful in the market, and then there's the 15 of them that are down your street. Basically, down on your side of the street, I should say, because you guys are all on the same road, and they're just basically milling about. So he just like, all right. You see him like kind of wave to Boris, and they exchange words. Obviously, Boris looks like he throws up his hands, like why, and then he just does a hand signal again, more aggressively, and Boris just shrugs and then starts walking towards the market. Pyzel just looks at you, and he just kind of just gives a wave, like to just kind of keep your head on a swivel.
Turn to looking at the PMCs I saw before. They still there?
Just I can't imagine if you're sitting there having a smoke break because you're defending, like you're hired by like some rich guy, and then you look over and there's a Black Templar standing in the middle of the road glaring at you. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Fucking see you, motherfucker.
But so with that, Lucian, you start to push down into the bar. You already immediately see a few of those PMC guys as well, so they're obviously like a known company or something around here, but you don't remember you guys getting briefed on their presence. Like either they're just not that known to the Imperium itself, or they aren't that much of a threat to where someone needed to let you know. But you're noticing they have the same uniforms that they're talking about over the radio.
Are they dressed the same as those people from the hangar?
No, they are not.
Okay. Do I notice any kind of tattoos or markings on them?
Roll an awareness check for me. And Priest, if you want to roll one as well, you can.
Okay, awareness. My bad one.
I'm not very attentive, but when I am.
Look, I just need the priest to swing a sword, alright? I just need him to swing a sword.
The priest was distracted by some kind of air rushing in and out of his lungs. It was distracting to him. He could hear it. And just confused him.
What's that sound?
What is that? What is it? What's my chest doing? Oh, all right. We're good. It's not. It's heretical, I think. But yeah, you do notice a couple of them do have tats like that, like either on the forearm or on the neck. You do notice that a couple of them do have that tat, but you're not seeing it on all of them. So, you're not getting that vibe that they're, when someone's ready to fuck you up, you kind of, know. You're not getting that vibe, but it still uneases you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a mental note of where all these people are positioned in the bar currently, and make sure I monitor my surroundings, make sure none of them have moved.
Yeah, they're in the back, like left. They're just in a couple of booths or tables. There's about 4 of them. They're definitely not in positions like scattered around the room. You can kind of tell just where they're at, like Okay, I think they're actually just here for a drink.
Okay, am I able to talk into my micro bead without being noticed? Like just whisper something into it real quick.
Yeah, you can.
You said they're in black armor, right?
Yeah, so they're wearing like a mixture of like black flak and like khaki stuff.
Okay. He's just gonna. Lucian's just gonna like open a channel. With Paizel would be the current Space Marine squad leader. Yeah.
That's right.
To Paizel, and he's gonna go. Some of the men dressed in black, the PMCs are. They have the tattoos.
Okay. All right, we're gonna send Ordo and Marcus to the entrance of the bar. If anything happens, they'll be able to get inside.
He just sends a click back. Sends some squelch back. Let him know he got the message.
Paizel goes over comms. Goes, Siegfried, Lucian has seen some of these private military inside the bar as well. So if you do hear any gunshots start coming from the bar, I need you to immediately eliminate those people down the street.
With how
Easy
much prejudice?
Extreme prejudice. We don't need survivors. And he just calls back. Zevin, Boris is linking up with you. Finish whatever search you're doing in the next few minutes and get back here.
Roger.
So, with that, so Lucian, you see that there's an individual over on the other side of the table. I mean, it's pretty busy bar. It's pretty packed. Not so much to where you need to bump into people to get from one side to the other, but it's definitely a little crowded. And over on the other side of the room, he's sitting by himself. You do see a gentleman with red turban, green jacket.
Okay. Would I be able to take a seat near him where I would be able to like look past him and see the other patrons in the bar?
So you could either have your back to the PMC guys, or you could have your back to basically half of the bar. Because he's kind of towards the back of the bar, but he's almost like in the center of the room. Like he's closer to the bar than anything.
However you sit, I'll sit on the other side to watch your back.
Okay. Yeah,
Not
I'll
that I-
watch.
Even though
the other
my
half.
awareness is shit.
He'll
watch
face the PMCs because he's got a shield on his back. So if they shoot him, he'll be okay.
I also see the whole bar.
So
from
you
my
can
sniper.
you can see the top part, which is the restaurant and stuff and like coffee shop, but they're actually in the bar that's in the basement. So like you can cover the entrance, but there's only one way in and out of that spot. So it's kind of a shitty situation, but you actually don't see them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have Sandilius watch the PMC guys because at least I can be like, watch them. He can focus on them, and I can use my awareness on the rest of the bar.
I also have Rosarius for protection.
Yeah, that's true.
So if anybody's getting shot, it's gonna be him.
Ludovic is
I
just
can
like muttering
almost
to
sort of
himself.
tank.
I just want to drink, to be honest. There's nobody bleeding, nobody shot.
Yet.
Yeah, Lucian's gonna like bump him and go yet.
Is that a no to the drink then? Because I do have credits. I mean, we have them in this bag. I assume we brought this for a reason.
That's for the contact.
He can pay for our drinks. Shouldn't be that much.
Yeah, when we go to sit down, I'm just gonna keep the bag like under kind of like by my feet after I sit, and then just kind of like wait for him to respond.
Well, we could always request the contact to his 10% tithe to the ecclesiarchy.
You're gonna charge him a tithe. You're gonna charge him taxes on his like essential bribe for intelligence.
I didn't say we'll charge him. I said request.
Request that sword point.
Next level CIA moves there. I know you gave us information on these cartels, but we're gonna need 7.5%.
Wouldn't you like to?
You're gonna get sales
like-
tax or something.
Wouldn't you feel right about tithing to your local
Zevin,
priests?
give me another willpower check, my boy.
All right. Also, I realized I said perpetual in character. In character, he'd say Ian's character instead. He'd say the toughness of Vulcan because similar.
I gotcha. I mean, shit.
Vulcan
If we're gonna break people for vocabulary, God, we'd be screwed. I mess up sometimes too. Can't think of words.
Okay, that one succeeded.
Oof. There we go. So
I was reading and even salamanders have done some shitty things.
everybody has, but so you're
Salamanders burn Eldar children because fuck them.
They
So-
killed senseis.
all right. Hold on. So you're
Well, yeah, but everyone killed senseis. They kind of rebel against the Imperium on a usual.
Except that they're
Hold
the Emperor's
on.
Guys,
Hold on.
y'all can have the little
right.
discussions
You
after the game.
guys are kind of getting bad about it today. You're interrupting.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So yeah, you're pushing through the market, and again, yeah, you catch a glimpse of her. You don't feel so overwhelmed right now, but you're definitely still very curious. It's one of those situations you're like, something's not right, but it doesn't feel like it's a hallucination. You know, it's a very
Can I roll-
strange moment happening right now.
Can I roll Cynicians to see if I can find any psychers trying to fuck with me now that I'm not overwhelmed?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Wait, why do I not have Cynicians? Seems like a thing I should have by default.
The most undertrained librarian ever.
Evidently, hold on, I'm looking at this.
You're just here to hit things really hard, all right?
Librarians are just swordsmen, apparently. Yeah, I was
No,
about to say.
I do have Cynicians, I just didn't mark it.
No problem.
I'm also really bad perception. I'm going to roll it. I'm going to use a fate point.
All right. That's a significant more better.
I'll be right back. My dog is making noises.
You're fine. Okay, so essentially right now you're trying to like mentally reach out and see like where's this fucking psyker, or if there's a psyker that's fucking with me.
Yep.
So as you do so, oh yeah, like you start to feel cold. And it's very odd. It's very not normal feeling for a salamander. You feel cold. You're freezing. You feel like you could even see your own breath. And you just slowly begin to kind of stop for a second, and you feel dark. Your vision kind of tunnels, and you see the girl. She runs by again, and you every time she runs by, you feel a little relief, but you're feeling this like almost panic coming on. But you know, all your training, all your preparation, you're able to push it to the back of your mind without even a second thought. Roll me another willpower test, please. You roll the same thing.
Same number, yeah.
Here, that's great. So like at this point, yeah, it's you feel this darkness envelop you, and as you're at the point where you feel like you were about to something horrible was about to happen to you. You're not really sure what, but almost as if you didn't know if you were going to leave your body, if you were going to be in the warp, you didn't know what the hell was about to happen to you. And it's just instantly gone as you feel a metal gloved hand grab your shoulder, and Boris is just like, "Are you all right, brother?" Like you are instantly from that feeling back to the norm, like real world, everything. You can't feel anything else.
I am. There's warp. There is warp witch. There's a warp witch nearby, definitely.
A warp witch? What exactly do you mean? Some kind of unsanctioned psycho, or what?
Very likely, yes.
Understood. Pizel, this is Boris receiving. Yes, this is Pizel. What do you want, Boris? Brother Seven here.
Believes we may have an unsanctioned psycho. Permission to pursue.
Brother Seven, is this true?
It is, yes.
What's your
Fairly
opinion?
strong one. It's a fairly strong one by the feel of it.
As well. You are a sanctioned psycho 7 or Zevin. I'll go by your advice. Do you think pursuit is the option we should attain right now?
Given they are actively interfering with me, I feel it may be prudent. They may be on the side of the rebels.
Understood. Do not leave the outskirts of the market. Try to stay within line of sight of Stark and Chazov. But I'll give you permission to pursue.
Understood. We have Zevin. Lead the way. We will start the hunt.
Can I roll another Psynician to try to track these people down?
Go ahead.
I'm spending all my fate points today.
Don't
just,
do
Are
that.
more battle brothers required for your excursion?
What?
Shouldn't be. I'm going to use a fate point for a plus 10 because my perception is very low.
All right. And I'm sorry. Flint, what were you saying?
I was asking if there's like any need for more battle brothers on this little search.
I mean, if you want, just if you ask Pyzel, I mean,
No,
if
guard
you want to go,
keep
you
guarding
can.
the entrance. Keep guarding the entrance.
I've returned.
So you take a moment and basically reach out with your mind again. You feel a presence. At the moment, it just feels like it's all around you, like almost on top of you. You can't pinpoint it exactly. Like your eyes are darting almost at everyone who walks by you. Roll me another willpower test.
Oh,
He gets a third 54 in a roll. I'm like, this one broken.
Nope, fuck of course.
try a different set of
Go,
dice.
going to fate. Yeah, I'm going to fate point before I do though.
Why don't you just change your dice?
You roll a shit ton of hundreds to try. That's
He's
beautiful.
resetting his dice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, man. You spend a fate point. Oh, like, god damn. Oh,
There.
There you
You're
go.
right on the money.
there you go. I'm like, and somebody was asking me the other day, like, oh, aren't you worried if all your Space Marines have so many fate points? I'm like, apparently the counter to that is skill tests. I got you guys.
Apparently, the counter to that is the fucking dice hate me.
There you go. Yeah, so it's this time you freezing again. At this point, like you're almost shaking. And you hear Boris talking, but it fades. And your tunnel vision again. You see this girl running between the stalls, and then she's just in front of you. And she's babbling, chattering. It's unearthly speech you haven't ever heard before. It's freaking you out. You're just fighting as much as you can. Are you staring directly at her? Are you trying to get as much information as you can, or are you trying to turn away from it?
I'm staring at her.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
Look into the eye of darkness. She's like focusing, and slowly but surely, like you see her start to transform, like she's in the blast that blew her up, and she's like carving away and like fire, and it's horrific sights that you've seen in battle before, but this is just a whole nother level. And then all of a sudden this dark arm reaches out from her form as it explodes in the explosion, and it grabs you by the throat, and you feel it clenching and gripping, and you're starting to lose your breath. And then again, like Boris, you see him, he full blown punching you in the helmet. As you come to, like you're hearing dings like off your helmet as you are literally like on top of him, like trying to get through his helmet with your bare hands.
Apologies, brother.
Get off of me!
I'm going to get off him before saying apologies, brother.
Yeah, you notice there's a little crack on one of your left side lens where he was like, you can tell just from the damage from the lens that he's struck there at least 3 or 4 times really hard. And he goes,
If I hadn't the restraint that I have, I would have used the fucking servo.
goes
What is wrong with you?
It's hard to explain. What fuckery?
you see like the crowd of people are like in horror. They're just looking like, oh, like Boris just looks around at them.
And what are you looking at?
Like, oh, nothing. Like they
Boris-
immediately
Boris,
start
be
going back
nice.
to buying stuff and minding
Boris,
their
be
business.
nice to them. We are acting strange to their eyes.
Is this in like clear like view of like Kriegers and everyone else?
There might have been like a Krieger or two who could have seen it, but for the most part, it's like mixed in with the market, so it's mostly just civilians. Unless they calm it over to you guys, even you guys aren't going to see it. Stark can roll an awareness test if he wants to, if he's like actually actively looking at them and stuff, like trying to keep an eye.
Yeah, he left. He said BRB.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if he wanted to, he could roll it and see if he noticed. But yeah, for the most part, nobody really. After a second or two, everybody just seems to not give a shit. You know, when 2 Space Marines start punching each other, you just kind of hope it doesn't have to involve you. All right, so we'll stop there for a second. I'm gonna jump back to Lucian. So Lucian, well, you guys are making contact with them. Yeah. So you sit down in front of this guy, and what happens? You're just waiting. You said.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to say whatever he needs to say.
Do you have my credits?
I kind of like pick up the bag and like shake it a couple times, but I don't like raise it above like the table or anything. I try and like keep it low to the ground.
Great. Well, I have the information from you. Some of it is physical, when she just takes out like a couple data pads, like data slates, and slides them across the table. As some of it I have to tell you by mouth, so. Currently, you are looking for the rebel leader?
He just nods.
So, well, there is some information that one of his close relatives, apparently an offspring of his sons, is not far outside the city, being protected by some rebel forces. Son's old enough to know where he is. He said he wanted to be a fighter, yada yada. You know how it is. And now he has this little ammo depot that he protects outside the city. Could be worth a look, I'm sure. And worth some credits.
Where is it?
He just starts jotting some stuff down on like a small piece of cloth. He goes, "There's the coordinates for you, but if you just go out the southeast side of the city, proceed along that road for about a day, should be right there. There's a few houses set aside. Here's some rocks. Last time I heard, a merchant who had been there said that there were about 10, 15 armed individuals, possibly some women. That's about it."
You got any more intel?
Just what's on the data slates, and I mean, unless there's something else that interests you, I do know a lot of the city.
Who are those men over there? And he points at the men in black, particularly the ones with the tattoos.
The ones with the tattoo. The ones with the tattoos are either members of the Sadheb's family, either members of the family, former guards of the family. You know, some of them are very sympathetic to the rebels, and others leave and look for better life. But those right there, they're called Scabbins. It's a company based out of I don't know which city, the New Citro City, I think. Run of the mill mercenaries. They're pretty popular. They get hired a lot. I think they number somewhere in the 400 or 500s. But you know how it is. Conflict breeds for contracts, killings, robbings, ambushes, stuff like that.
So he said 400 or 500, and Lucian heard over the. If I got this right, Lucian heard over the comms that there's others outside, correct?
Yeah.
So he knows there's like 20 outside and 4 in here, all in this one small area. So like 10% of their force almost is just in this little part of the city.
Yeah.
Cannot be a coincidence.
Mayhaps, may not.
Yeah. You seen anything weird around the bar?
What do you mean? I mean, I do see armed Imperial forces. We don't normally get them in those parts.
No, more like people who don't fit in, or maybe people who are scrounging around in places they shouldn't be.
He looks like dead in your eyes, then looks at the priest, then looks at Ludovicus. Besides you? Not that I know of.
Careful.
You guys don't have priests here?
They don't pass through the cities as much as you would expect. Governor seems to hold most of the Imperial people and people from other sectors into his governor's palace. Last priest I saw was marching with the governor on Unification Day for one of his parades.
Well, we're here right now if you'd like a blessing.
No, thank you. But I do appreciate it.
Perhaps you would be, well, as surely a loyal member of the Imperial Creed, you wouldn't find it too far to say donate 10% of your income towards the church?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
And why do you not want to fund the Emperor's holy order?
Because I am self-employed.
Lucian's gonna like very gently kick Sandelius in the shin.
Self-employed? Nah, you're employed by the Emperor, as all humans are.
He just like looks at Lucy and goes, "It's not from Jericho's reach, is he?"
No. Most priests aren't from the planets they visit.
What? Are you suggesting you do not worship the Holy Emperor?
No, I do not. Neither do most of the people on this planet.
I just breathe slowly and my hand is sitting on the pommel of my power sword.
Because unfortunately, your Imperium decided to make a treaty that did not force us to do so. And the governor does not enforce it. So.
He shouldn't need to be forced to do it.
Well,
wait.
Given
the governor does what?
He's gonna kick him even harder this time.
you knew that from the get-go. The governor was not forced to.
Yeah, that's part of the treaty.
Yeah,
you already talked to him about this. He follows the Emperor willingly, but doesn't force other people to.
Yeah.
Yes, but I want to get this guy's opinion. Second perspective. Of what the guy's been doing.
Essentially, what you're hearing is that so the governor doesn't force anyone to follow the Imperium, but at the same time, he's not actually making the resources readily available because priests don't openly walk around and stuff like that. They're normally kept inside the governor's palace, and anyone from the Imperium essentially just chills inside, the walled off spaceport area that you guys were at initially. So
just let me get this straight. Say to him, not forcing. That's one thing. That's fine, I guess. But he doesn't encourage people. He doesn't make the teachings readily available to people.
no, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, most districts
Oh.
don't even have access to, ready information without paper requests. Like they don't. Most of the city isn't like they don't have like terminals and public areas where you can go and look up information. Like they have to actually write in formal requests to like a PDF station to be able to get to a computer or something to be able to look stuff up.
Right,
Otherwise,
but
they'd have to
and
be in
there's
a
no
richer
missionaries
district.
of any kind.
No, anyone who comes from off-world normally is either a mercenary, a smuggler, or they stay inside the Imperial Palace. So
Right, but I'm saying the ones in the Imperial Palace, they don't send out missionaries ever to talk to people to try to encourage them.
nope, they don't. Yeah, they don't leave. They do whatever the governor says, and then either they leave or they retire here, and then they go to. There's like a resort place that's on like another nicer oasis that's in the north side of the planet.
Where would that be?
Yeah, like on the northern hemisphere, there's a small city of like maybe probably like 200,000 people, and 90% of that population is literally just people who work for the people who go to vacation there. And like,
Well,
yeah,
right.
that's literally just it's built near a nice oasis with a lot of fresh water, and there's just like a bunch of like fancy resort places and stuff like that.
Well, perhaps
Probably.
when given the opportunity, you will learn to appreciate the Emperor.
I appreciate him just fine. I just don't need to pray to him like a god.
Lucian.
That's heresy. That's heresy.
If anything, I
What?
think this guy's preaching more about what the emperor was about than anything.
Oh yeah, this guy's the most accurate.
Yeah,
Emperor.
but we all know that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
the Space Marines know that. So
Alright.
most of them don't worship the Emperor.
That's
All right,
true.
hang on. What's the name of the other priest dude that's here?
Dies. He fucking dies.
Priest?
That's what he does.
The other priest dude. Is that Zavik or something? I forget.
Zavik? What do you mean? Oh no, you
Huh?
mean the librarian? That's
No, I swear, didn't we have another priest that was
we had a
crazy old guy?
commissar.
No, the crazy
No,
old guy's on the ship.
NPC.
On the
NPC.
ship.
He's on the ship.
Oh, there. Okay.
Who's a priest?
Yeah,
the other priest. The rooms with him. His roommate, the crazy old priest.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
EM just forgets about an NPC. He's just like, fuck you guys.
He was there for like 5 minutes and just talked shit about how he wanted his gear if he died, and that was it.
I never forgot about him. I was assumed he was
Holy
around.
crap! He never goes on your guys' missions, so I forgot.
No, but I mean, like, I know
years
not on
old.
missions, but
Yeah, he's on his own
But-
missions.
still looking at this guy. Well, I'm just saying, if there was more missionaries and people actively trying to teach people stuff, you might learn to possibly willingly become a member. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because ignorance, you can't do much about ignorance other than by education.
that's true. Yeah, I think it's possible.
It's not, so I'm saying you're not saying you oppose the emperor, though.
No, I most certainly do not. I don't think the Imperium's done anything to wrong me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be helping the Inquisition.
Yeah, Lucian's gonna like just kick the bag full of credits over to the lady.
What lady?
Yeah, you said it was a she a couple times.
No,
said-
he meant chic. You
Oh,
I don't
No,
remember
fucking
saying
have
she
no
ever.
idea.
No,
Either
it's
way.
Celtic she, meaning a fairy.
dude.
But
I'll kick it to the.
All right.
oh, all right,
Hey, what he does behind closed doors is no one's concern.
exactly.
kind of
He
fairy.
takes a look. Yeah.
The
Ah,
Emperor does not care about your kinks.
all right.
Unless
Well,
it's
I
summoned Slanesh. In that case, he cares very much, and you should stop.
Yeah. But yeah, he takes a look through. He's takes a look through the credits. And goes, "Great." And he slaps some of it on the table. He goes, "Next drink's on me." Ludovicus just goes, "Woo!" and then takes it and runs to the bar real quick.
I'm gonna grab him by like his belt.
Yeah, he just straight hits the floor after you. Yuck! What is this? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna look at him and I'm gonna go, "We're leaving."
Got his ass.
I'm
While
keeping
you're
Have the
holding
mercenaries
credits.
outside been doing anything?
What's
Dude,
that?
while you're holding him, I'm going to the bar.
Have the mercenaries outside been doing anything?
Yeah, so roll an awareness check, Stark and Siegfried.
Yes, I'm making me roll my
Seven. What are you doing? Are you trying to look again?
Well, I'm obliged to, so I have
Will your
no.
eyes be functional?
Not my eyes that you need to worry about.
I'll just look around the crowd again.
Oh no!
Looks like it is your eyes that are the problem.
Oh,
God.
No, it's not. That you don't do the
Wait,
side.
do I get
It's
an
the
assist from my sniper companion? And then I get a bonus from my magnoculars, so that would be 0 degrees of success. Right? Or is that not how this game works?
If he does the help action,
Yeah, I
you
mean
get
he
a
can.
plus.
Yeah, he can help you for a +10. Do the monoculars give you a +2 awareness checks?
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, I have heightened senses sight.
Oh yeah, you should.
So
Yeah, that's a +10. So yeah, so the Templar, you're kind of distracted for a second. Maybe some civilians are walking up to you. You know, they're pretty awestruck. They don't see Space Marines that often. So some civilians are crowding around, giving you like shitty looks, but some are actually approaching, and they look a little hesitant. But like you see a mother and her children are like approaching you, Templar, and they're like, oh, can we? You know, they basically are like trying to ask if they can touch your armor.
yeah, binoculars.
I will just lean slightly in the direction, look at them, and say, "No."
Rude. They don't know.
Oh, they understand and they just kind of like stare at you for a moment. Wait, you said they don't?
They do not give a bonus, no. But if I get the help action and then I have
Heightened
senses,
senses,
that
yeah. So you'll be good. So yeah, while the Templar you see is like responding to these civilians, you notice that the 15 dudes are like you see a few of them are like touching their earpiece, so they're talking to someone, and then a couple of them are kind of like spreading out a bit and taking a look around. You see that about 5 of them had gone across the street, so now there's 10 on one corner and 5 on another, and they're just kind of like, still pretty calm. Some still have cigarettes lit and stuff. They don't seem to be eyeing anyone in particular. They just seem to be scanning and looking around like you guys do. But about 5 or 6 of the Krieg, I'm going to say 5 Krieg, start walking up to the Templar, and they're spread out just kind of near him, and they're watching the guys. And then with Zevin, so it's a very you start walking this time, like kind of closing your eyes, like trying to feel it. And you're reaching out. I need another willpower test as you're reaching out again, essentially almost like Marco Polo with these psychic powers.
And of course I fail.
Can I just voice that there's activity going on and like brother stay frosty and everything?
Yeah, because
the
essentially with the
box.
civilians, you're talking to them for a second, and then the Krieg just kind of like they go Space Marine and kind of
Oh, can I check in
gesture,
with
and
the
you see
snipers
that
as
they
well?
moved.
Can I check in with the snipers as well? Like, is there anyone that's like watching us specifically?
Oh yeah, so yeah, you would hear that over the radio, Stark. Is that the Templar's like, hey, is anyone watching this movement that I'm seeing down the street?
Give me a second. I need to launch tabletop simulator so I can throw a fucking table.
He's gonna say, well, he's just gonna report what he saw. Like, does he see anything like what the Black Templar is requesting?
Yeah, so you see them. So basically, because you're on the other end of the street, so you can eat, and you're like 4 floors up, so you can easily see them. Is that the 15-man group split into a 5-man and a 10-man? And the 5-man went across the street, so now they're on both sides of the street. They still look like they're kind of just chilling. Most of them still are smoking cigarettes, and they're scanning and they're looking around, but it doesn't look like they're eyeballing anyone in particular. They're all still kind of facing multiple directions. They're not like, it's not like all of them turned and faced down the street. They're all still pretty chill and just kind of watching. But it looks like, from your experience, it looks like they might be getting ready for whoever they're waiting for to show up, is what it looks like. It doesn't look like they're getting ready to, start popping off shots at someone.
Ooh,
Could
wait,
I-
hold on. Can I Tactica Imperialis?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was about
Proceed.
to common lore war that.
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
If
I
you
mean,
wanna go for
I
it,
have
go.
I have a 25, so this will probably fail. Worst case scenario, nothing happens. Yep. Lieutenant Alwyn Stark just sees them moving, has no idea why they're doing it though.
I will Tactica Imperialis.
Thank God that I have ambush. I'm gonna do these boys some damage.
Hmm.
They could be doing some kind of panzer maneuver or something. They're gonna blitzkrieg.
Holy fuck, they might charge.
Yeah, you're
They're
not
gonna
really
show us
sure.
their assholes.
They could be,
Ah!
That kid asking to touch my armor must have been the distraction.
It
For them
was
to
a
get ready to
terrorist
charge.
the whole time. Ah!
But so while you guys are doing that, like kind of eyeballing them and stuff like that, yeah, Zevin, you're reaching out again. You feel this hard presence. You're just continuing to walk, and I need you to roll me a fear test at a
My
minus
God.
20.
What do the Space Marines roll for fear?
It's willpower.
We all roll willpower, baby.
I've been pulling well on that. Minus 20, you said?
Yeah, and you get a
35.
reroll. If you,
So
yeah, you get a reroll because you have and they shall know no fear.
God, that's such a good rule.
There you go. That's what you needed, wasn't it? So yeah, you were feeling this incredibly overpowering sense of fear for a moment, and then your training just kicks in and just gone instantly to the back of your mind. Fuck those bad thoughts. I'm not thinking about them. And
PP sneaky.
you
bad
maintain
thoughts.
control. You're no longer in the market in your mind, like you're somewhere else. There's water dripping. You can hear what sounds like old ancient fluorescent lights and stuff like not fluorescent lights, but you can hear electric lights like kind of kind of flickering and thumbing, and you feel like you're in some kind of bunker or facility or ship. Now it's definitely not a ship, it's too large. You're in this hallway and you see there's large metal doors, the very thick doors that are open at every certain amount of distance, like 15 20 meters down the hallway there's an open door, and there's one on the right and one on the left, and you're continuing to walk, and in one of the rooms something catches your eye and you stop and you turn to look, and you hear a echoing growling that's like a bestial like presence, and you hear this drag and rasping. It's talons or some kind of claw, and you feel just this dread. You push it to the back of your mind, and you make full eye contact with what looks like some kind of demonic form. You're not sure what it is, but you know it's something bad. And then you come back. You're in the market. Boris is like next to you. You can see he's like having to catch his breath for a moment. He's like, "You keep running without saying anything." You are like freezing cold, like to the point where you're like, clutching your chest, like it just hurts. You do have a level of fatigue, so you do have one level of fatigue right now. But you don't take any wounds or anything like that, and your hands, like your whole body, essentially feels like how it would feel if you played in the snow and then ran into a warm house. Like you're just aching all over, like it just hurts, and you can't get that form out of your head. You're trying to picture what it was, but all you can see is the eyes and the teeth, and you're not sure. It's just that it was something bad. What is this someone tainted by the warp? Are they this mental manifestation? Were they attacking you? Like, you're not really sure.
I will describe to Boris what I saw just so he knows what's going on.
That sounds horrifying.
Sorry.
Yes. Welcome to being a psyker.
Sorry.
Why would I ever want to deal with that? No.
What chapter's Boris from?
He's a Black Shield. No, wait. He's a Black Templar.
Hey,
That
Does
sounds
it-
fucking horrible.
that's where you get from a witch. Yeah.
Did I make Boris?
Wait, I thought Black Templars can't have librarians.
They can't.
He's not a librarian,
He's a
he's a-
technical.
Yeah, he's
Tech Priest.
they definitely
Okay.
they
Marine.
definitely have tech marines, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a Black Templar.
What a Chad.
Just he. Oh yeah, shit. He should have been a lot more friendly with fucking Siegfried then. No, Boris ain't that friendly. He don't fucking care.
But yeah, he's a Templar. I mean, do you know what? Right towards another Templar, if he's just grumpy and who the fuck are you anyway? I don't really care.
Well,
Because
he's
a
still a
Templar.
he's still a tech priest though.
Yeah, well, Boris got frowned upon a little bit because he specifically specializes in making things go boom, and he wanted to make a special unit for that, and his chapter said no. And he's like,
Damn.
we're always just about stabbing stuff and shit.
I
want to blow it up.
He just got fucking. He probably got roasted by Jerizian. Just like, oh, fuck this. I'm gonna make my own chapter.
Go
with
to the
fucking
Death Watch,
blackjack
forget it.
colours.
They'll let me blow shit up.
I'll be back in 50 years, and if you don't like me, then I'll be a Black Shield. I don't give a shit. I'm upset. But so that's what you have. Boris just kind of helps you. Like, you need a second. You take a knee for a second, and Boris helps you up, and you start heading. And at this point, are you just kind of like going to continue to wander the market and look around, or are you wanting to head back? At this time, Boris is letting you know, we're probably like 300-400 meters away from the rest of the group.
We should head back to the rest of the group.
All right, Boris starts.
See if this, whatever it is, keeps messing with us.
It's
I'll
like
come in on the Vox. Where are you guys? Like, brothers, what's taking so long?
We're on our way back now. The librarian was mentally kicked in the groin, so we're going to be retreating.
I'll never understand the witch.
Yeah, no, I don't get it either.
The librarian's being a big pussy. I don't understand.
It sounds horrifying. Horrible.
Sounds like you're just complaining about a headache.
No,
Dude,
it sound. No, he
dude, the
literally told
nightmare
him
fuel.
that he saw a demon. You're not going to be calling him a pussy when he stared down a demon.
yeah, dude. Like,
yeah,
you're
but
gonna
even
be.
in your imagination.
Yeah, dude.
Very
Not-
different.
They're just sitting
Okay.
there. They're like chucking it up to PTSD
We
already.
should be laughing at him because he saw a demon and didn't charge it.
I don't know how that works in your mind. Maybe.
Yeah, my Firefox just crashed. Hang on.
No, you're fine. But so as you guys
Oh,
are,
my Firefox just crashed.
That's the demon still attacking you.
No,
So-
not again.
as you guys are proceeding back, Stark, you and Chazov are sitting there. You guys are keeping an eye out. You hear a rasping on the door, just a quick, and Chazov just looks, and he actually he pulls out his little. He has a little like sawed-off shotgun that he uses as a sidearm. So he just starts walking up to the door.
What kind of room are we in? Are we in like a lobby or?
It's
are
like
we in
almost like a hotel, like kind of it's like single bedroom. So there's like a bathroom, there's like a side closet, and then there's just like the main room with the bed.
So there's a very real chance that this might be like housekeeping or something.
Yeah. So that's why he's
Housekeeping.
gonna go peek it before anything happens.
We need more lemon pledge.
He
Yeah. I'm gonna keep Overwatch on the door. I'm gonna turn around, take my eyes off the battlefield, because getting shot in the back's not gonna do our battle brothers much good either.
no. So wait, so you said you're gonna watch it with Chazov, or you're watching the battlefield?
I'm going to. No, I'll keep an eye on the battlefield just in case.
All right.
Chaz, I'll keep my Overwatch on the battlefield. Actually, I don't think I have Overwatch on. So it doesn't matter. I'm rambling.
Okay. So
Nothing changes.
so you see him approaching, and you're just kind of keeping an eye out, scanning. Chazov, you're hearing like he unhooks the little flash bomb that he had set up, and you hear him stuff it back in his bag, and then you hear the doorknob turn as he peeks through, and then you just hear, and you hear his shotgun go off, and then you hear the door kick in.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right.
As you
I'm
look
turning
over,
around.
as you look over your shoulder, you see that a gentleman had grabbed his arm and pushed through the door, and he's got him pinned against the wall. And you see 3 other guys are running past Chazov towards you.
All right, one of them's going to have a very bad time.
All right, I need an initiative roll for you real quick.
Alrighty, initiative. That's not a bad initiative.
And then that is pretty good. The bad guys use a fate point to get a no, just to be a dick. And then based on how this goes, everybody else might need initiative or might not.
Oh, I do love having
That's
the
a
fate of
12.
an entire encounter in my hands.
You got it.
So
You'll be all right.
yeah, that's gonna be you first, man.
Alrighty.
All right, you got
So-
this, bro. You just got to radiate big dick energy here.
So right now,
Hell yeah, Chief.
so
I
right,
am the big
yes.
dick.
So right now, Chazov has been grappled by this individual, and
I'm shooting
3
that
other
guy.
guys are pushing through that hallway to get at you. So 2 of them are already past Chazov, and yeah, it's a very small room. So what do you want to do?
They're going down the hallway. Are they lined up?
They're coming through the door.
Unfortunately, there's no rules for shooting through people.
Oh,
I
come
mean,
on.
pick
I
it
have
up,
a
bullet,
weapon
yeah.
I have a weapon that can shoot through 600. That can accurately hit and kill enemies from 600 meters away.
But
You're telling
its
me it can go through
penetration is
2
only 1, and on overcharge is only 2.
3.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
like a
3. Yeah, that's right.
What would
Yeah.
happen if you shot a reflective surface?
I would assume that would
No.
assist in armor, but I
Yeah,
still think it
if
would
you ever
probably
f-
slag it.
If you have reflective armor, it actually makes you hard to hit.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
can
like,
shoot a
what if
testicle.
what if you're shooting at someone and they recently waxed their armor?
So probably the best kind of armor to deal with a las cannon would be like angled titanium chromed armor.
Shiny.
Just try to reflect.
So I don't have time to switch from my long last. I'm going to try and shoot the guy that is grappling because I can't take these guys in melee very easily.
Okay, so
So-
that's gonna be a -20 to shoot the guy who's grappling Chazov.
Yep. So standard.
Uh,
Unless I.
It's-
Isn't there an ability that lets me shoot into melee? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's one that helps reduce the minus. Fuck, what is it though? Let me see if I can.
Isn't that a
Also,
tower?
I have rapid reaction. I'm trying to remember what rapid reaction does. I should have wrote all these down.
I think
No,
that's
I'm a
you.
big dummy.
Rapid reaction is
Yeah, it allows me to act when surprised or ambushed. So that's just what I'm doing right now.
yeah, that's exactly right.
Standard.
There is a talent for shooting into combat though, because I remember when I was looking through for melee stuff for me, I saw it and I was like, I should probably tell the fucking Devastator Marine about that one.
Yeah.
And how far away are they? Are they just short range or are they within 3 meters?
No,
target select.
Yeah, it's just short range. They're like 5 meters away,
Darn it.
so you
And
could
then
like.
minus 20. I really hope I don't dome my spotter. Yeehaw! I'm fate rolling that one because that would hit my spotter.
Ooh. So yeah.
Target
'cause
selection.
is it target?
do
Yeah, it's
not
target selection.
Tier 3, ballistic skill 50.
So I tried to find with missing in close combat, I couldn't find it where it
If
said
it's
that-
negative, so with the negative 20, if you would hit normally without that, you hit your ally.
That's what it is. Okay, I couldn't find where it was, so I'm like, did I get it confused with something else from another like Dark Heresy or Death Watch or something? because I thought it was like if you miss, you hit your ally. It's when it's within that 20-degree range. Okay.
Yeah.
If
got
you
you.
have a targeter, you get a plus 10 to any. Like it nullifies 10 of that.
All right, so
Like the
that's 2
negative
degrees
20.
of shit. Now, you weren't doing a cold shot, right? You were just shooting the dude.
No, just a regular shot.
Okay, so yeah, 2 degrees of success. So that's gonna be roll your damage with another die 10 because you get that
So-
extra 10.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, here comes the. Oh! Here comes
Ooh.
pain!
Oh, all right. So
With
roll.
that extra
Yeah, that's
D10.
yeah. So roll 2d10. So roll another one.
Oh, right. Do you auto confirm?
Yeah, yeah. There's
So that's an extra 9, pin 1. Ooh, la, ooh la la.
22 damage. 3.
God damn.
I'm a little dangerous sometimes. He don't miss. He don't miss. Except when he does and has to roll a fate point. But yeah, Lucian, that is exactly my actual mental image.
So yeah, as you put fire out, it just clips through this guy's throat. You just hear him, and it just passes through him, burns into the wall behind him, and he just as he just collapses to the ground.
Fuck around, find out. As the kids say, I guess. What do the kids say these days?
Talk shit, get hit.
Don't be a
Fast,
bitch.
eat ass, smoke grass.
So with that, yeah, the other 2 guys are gonna rush you.
Cowards! Fight me in range like men.
Don't let the Templars hear you say that.
Use muskets like a good man.
Oh, you've men fight in melee.
Fuck.
You,
Men.
Exactly.
you,
Hey.
you colonials.
Hey, no, think about it.
Fuck.
Men.
Coming
Melee.
from a colonial, lol.
They suck butt. So both of them go
Oh
to try
no,
to grab
I'm
you.
heartbroken.
They miss. They suck. So you just have both of them. Literally, one's like standing right next to you on the bed, and the other one like ran around to jump at you, and they didn't do anything.
I really wish I had quick draw, but I don't.
Good.
With that, you hear like Chazov doesn't even like turn towards you. You just hear him start. You hear him shoot twice out the door. You hear some yells in pain, and then you see 2 other guys like rush in through the doorway to try to grab him. And fuck.
Like-
and they both just grab him. So like you just see like literally they just tackle him to the ground, and they're on top of him.
I will use my free action to talk to tell the people on the ground that we are indeed being fucked.
Help me!
Help! No square. They have entered the no square. Help! Help!
So what exactly are you saying? And then it's your turn again.
Are these guys? What color? What are these guys wearing?
They just look like they're in like civilian stuff. None of them have like you see a chest plate. They're wearing a chest plate, but it just looks like some basic flak stuff that anybody could buy. And you do notice that a couple of them do have like shirts that have that emblem that you guys have seen before. Is scrambling.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, so he's going to, in his micro bead, warn that. Do we have a name for that symbol? Like, did we think of a code name for that symbol or whatever?
Well, they're the Zahibs. That's the family.
Yeah, so
Yeah, otherwise just
Zadiv's
rebels.
assaulting snipers. Zadiv's assaulting snipers. And then I'm going to drop my long las. God, I'm gonna regret this, aren't I?
Hey guys, I'll be like 8 minutes. Got dropped the dogged off my aunt's house across the street.
No problem.
And I'm going to spend a half action to pull out my knife.
Knife. Pull
Fuck
that
one of these
knife.
guys up. All right,
I hope you got good weapon skill.
I don't. Actually, it might be smarter to pull out my last pistol. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out my last pistol. I'm going to
so with the pistol in close combat, there's no bonuses. You don't even get the +10 for a single attack. So,
Oh no, I do, but I do have a huge BS skill compared to my.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've had some people where they have like a 30 and then a 40 in weapon skill, and it's like just go with the knife. But yeah, you're probably
Yeah, I have a
better off with your
62
pistol.
ballistic skill and I have a 30 weapon skill. So,
Yeah, probably better off with that.
yeah, so I'm going to drop the long las, pull out my las pistol.
You better be shooting that last pistol on overcharge, by the way.
Hell yeah, we're overcharging this bitch.
+2 damage, +2 pin.
This bitch.
All right,
Oh,
Gonna
also I'm gonna
use
shoot it.
that
I'm gonna shoot it first. Two shots.
all right. So
Fucking
that's
full radiator.
is burst is the semi-auto +0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
No aim because I spend a half action.
Well, you don't get the benefit of the aim with
Oh, I
pistols.
thought you only didn't get range.
No, you don't get a benefit for anything in using a pistol in close combat.
Shit, I'm gonna fate reroll that because I am in grave danger.
You got to turn into John Wick real fast.
Get a pencil.
The Lord said, "Don't run up." All right, so I hit one.
That's what you needed. That's it.
The Lord said, "Don't run up."
Actually, do you gain the Yeah, no, I think you would actually get the benefit from the aim. It says it's supposed to be a standard attack with pistols, but I would assume you get the benefit of aim because you do with melee attacks.
Oh, I couldn't take an aim action.
Yeah, because you
I
had to have
have
action draw. I was
weapon.
just thinking of it mechanically. All right, roll that damage on the poor bastard.
Whew, boy, that's that could have been better, but that's not including the overcharge.
So that's 7 pen 2.
Sounds about right.
So you shoot the one guy, it hits him and dies. God, forget, cussing in whatever language they speak here. And he's pissed off, obviously. And that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my
Alright.
turn.
All right, so it's one dude. He's gonna try to grapple you. All right, so
No,
that's
I don't consent.
fucking 1 degree of success. Do you want to try to dodge or parry?
I'm gonna dodge the shit out of this boy. Actually, oh wait, no, never mind. My chameleon cloak only has a -30 to ballistic. No, you can't see me, therefore you can't hit. All right, watch this huge ass dodge. Dang it! No.
It trips on the bedding for the trips on the blanket that's on the ground or some shit.
Also, I'm a dumbass.
Mm.
I only have 1 fate point, so I shouldn't have been able to reroll that second one. I apologize. I shouldn't cheat like a big dirty stinky. But
I didn't even keep track. My bad. I'm expecting everybody to have a. Well, actually, no. How many did I say humans had? I know I gave y'all more, didn't I?
At 3.
Oh, did you give us bonuses?
Yeah, you have 3 fate points. I give humans 3.
Oh. Okay. I just rolled mine. All right. Yeah. So I still have 1 more. Do I dodge? No, there's another guy coming.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna dodge. It's a 55. I believe in my chances.
go ahead, man.
Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of grappling rules. Yes. I'm
So
ducking and
what
dodging.
what happens? What happens if they meet degrees of success?
Is it?
Uh,
It's not.
Well, it's opposed.
first,
So
is it?
what's your agility?
Oh. My agility is actually pretty high. Let me see. My agility is 45.
That's higher than his weapon skill. So yeah, you'd beat him out. So there you go.
Get your ass ate, bud.
Then fuck it. I got the other guy. All right. Fuck. It's just,
He's
Ah!
scrambling. He's scrambling.
Just misses. He's like, I thought I had him. Then the one guy's just holding the chameleon cloak.
I'm like hold on. Never mind. I was trying to think of a good thing. I was gonna say I'm like those Da Vinci brothers because I found out that they're wrestlers, but I don't know if they're silvery or not. So I was like, that doesn't even make sense.
There you go. Well,
I'm so good. It's my turn.
Yeah, it's back over to you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna shoot this bastard in the head because
All right.
it's no negatives to called shots. So might as well go for where they're lightest armor.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Oh, and I'll half action aim.
You can't. Called shot's a full action.
Oh, right. Oops. And I'm overcharging.
All right.
Gangweed. God damn it. All right. There's nothing I can do about that one.
All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, you go to basically put the gun to his head, and he just kind of smacks your hand up to the air. Fire. The bolt goes through the floor, and he tries to attack. Look, yes. All right, you go under dodge. You need to get. That's 5 degrees.
I'll try my best. The Emperor said a 1. Oh, the Emperor did
Ooh.
not say a 1.
This guy jumps off the bed, like grabbing you by the chest. He brings you into the window, and then you both just come to the ground. With
This man's
that,
WWEing my ass. Why?
straight full body slam. Um,
I'm just a sniper. I don't need that kind of flex.
you see that the other two guys. Well, there ain't two now, but you see one of them is like bleeding out on the ground with a knife in him, and the other guy is just like, you see he's holding Chazov's gun, so he had gotten it away from him, and you see he's just pistol whipping the shit out of his head. And you can see like blood's kind of splattering on the wall, and Chazov's bleeding pretty badly, but he's completely unconscious. The other guy in front of you, you see him pull like this like stub automatic out, this little like Uzi looking gun, and he just puts it to your head. And you're not understanding 100% of what he's saying, but the gist of it is like, don't move or I'll fucking shoot you. So what are your? So with that, he's basically just he's gonna hold action, and he's essentially
being
like almost like
threatened
an
by a big
Overwatch.
stinky pussy. I
Yeah.
guess.
So
Alright.
if you do anything besides drop your weapons, he's just gonna shoot. So with that, it goes back to you. What do you want to do, bud?
I'm brave, but how brave am I?
You fucky punk.
I'm
Pull
always
the pin
feeling
on your grenades.
See,
Show
the
them
problem
what a
is
real
I'm
martyr
always
is.
feeling lucky. I'm gonna hold my action to see what Chavez does.
He's out.
Constantly.
He got
He's knocked out. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
they like the dude is like beating the shit out of his head. Like you see blood
I
like
thought
hitting the
he
wall.
was being.
No, he was
That's
getting beat to shit. He knifed one of them, but the other guy got his gun away from him, so he's out. He's unconscious.
Yeah, I can't take this guy in melee, so I just stop moving.
Just a quick question. While all this is going down, what is everybody else able to do?
So it's literally like that was like maybe what was that? That was
Couple
like 4
seconds.
rounds. It was like 20 seconds. So
Yeah.
what
So you guys would
happens?
hurt the struggle.
Yeah, so essentially like Lucien, you guys hear over comms all at the same time, like he
I'm
said
back.
that
What'd I
rebels
miss?
are rushing the
Your
snipers,
snipers are fucked.
and you hear a gunshot and then followed by 2 more gunshots and then one more. So you hear like 4 gunshots in the course of like 20 seconds. As you hear that, like you see the PMCs are like they perk up real quick and like they look around and they look at you. They're like, this have something to do with us. Like they don't, they're looking at you, Lucian. Like, is there a problem? And what do you do?
You said there's 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just stopped Vice. So
Yeah. So Vice is like getting up off the floor.
and I'm just gonna kind of like punch him in the shoulder and be like, "Get the fuck up now!"
I just got back. What's going on?
Your snipers got rushed by a bunch of rebel troops and have been subdued. Yes.
Okay, but
Actually,
what about Lucian and I who were in the bar?
the other sniper might be-
You guys heard the sniper basically scream for help over the radio, and then gunshots, and then now the mercenary guys, they heard the gunshots and they kind of perk up and look at Lucian like, is this what's up? Like, you know, it's
just go.
yeah, it's tense for a moment because they don't know if it involves you guys or not. So like,
But
why
does
is
that mean
he-
that
he's-
it involves them?
it's one of those moments you're in a high tense like kind of moment.
A Mexican standoff, but you
Yeah.
don't actually know if you have to be in a Mexican standoff at all.
Yeah, like they don't know if you guys like they don't know if it's you guys shooting their guys or their guys shooting your guys. They don't know. So they're looking at him like, what's up? But yeah, like Wise, he stands up and he's like kind of getting a hint and he just looks at the PMCs and looks at you and he's oh. And he's just like slowly like unholstering his sidearm and keeping it low.
I'm gonna grab his wrist.
What?
Just wait. And I'm gonna like slowly stand up. And then I'm gonna look at Sandilius. How many people are in between us and them?
Like 4 or 5 civilians just kind of sitting there having their drinks. They're not even noticing. They're kind of muttering about the gunshots, but none of them seem worried.
I'm gonna look at Sandilius and I'm gonna go, how fast do you think you can run across this room?
Hello?
Yeah, we
Hello?
can hear
I'm
you now.
talking to you.
You said, okay, you and I'm going to go send Dillis and I'm going to go, and then you cut out completely and my Discord froze.
Yeah, I just asked like, how fast do you think you can get across this room?
I can get there when I get there.
How many meters between us and them? Would you
You're probably
guess?
like 15 meters away from them. You're probably about like 10 from the door.
Okay, so would you say that's within like charging distance?
No. Charging distance from me is 9.
Ugh, man, I wish you'd do PT with Hosk. God damn it.
Oh, give me the XP for it.
Give me the life experience.
Or
Okay.
you give me new legs or a new heart and I'll do it.
Okay, so we're 10 meters away. So if we fucking just sprinted for the door right now, they wouldn't really be able to stop us.
I don't have the sprint talent.
I
What,
mean,
you
you
do
can
have a
run
sprint
more
talent?
than 10 meters, I'm sure, though.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where the hell my speed is again. Oh, right there, okay. Yeah,
It-
charge is 9, run is 18.
Yeah, so that's enough to get outside on the sidewalk. Marcus and Odell are out there, too.
Okay, do I know of any way outside of this bar other than the way we entered?
There isn't. It's just there.
All right, fantastic. I'm gonna fucking take off with. I'm gonna like keep holding Weiss by his belt, and like if he's not keeping up, I'm just pulling him with me.
Hey! As you know, Sindeli's, you just see Lucian and he's like bolt. You just following.
Yeah. And
So
I gotta ask, at what point is he just holding a pair of pants while he's going on the ground?
No, but like as I'm running ahead of you, I'm gonna be like, keep your fucking shield up.
so as
Oh yeah,
you
drop my
guys
shield.
as you guys bolt up the stairs, you literally like you were seeing the PMCs get up. The second you moved, they were getting up, and as you're leaving, you hear a couple rounds, as it impacts the brick near you as you're running up the stairs.
I will say, fuck off, I've got grenades.
But,
Too many civilians in that bar to throw a grenade, buddy.
They die for
The
the sake of the... Look, they'd be dying for the Emperor, it's fine.
Do I
just get in trouble for killing civilians? Well,
am I
witnessing the deaths of civilians.
am I aware of like what window Stark was perched on?
Oh yeah, I would have told everyone.
Yeah,
which-
he's only on the 4th floor.
Would have been a briefing, wouldn't it?
What's that?
All right.
Well, probably not the briefing, but I would have updated you as you guys went in.
Yeah, he would have told you before you guys got there, while you guys were there. Like there would have been multiple times he would have told you. Yeah, he's only on the 4th floor, so it's not like he's like on the top of a skyscraper.
Okay.
Too bad you guys didn't keep your grapple hooks.
People won't let me take a jump shot.
So I'm gonna go over the microbead and I'm going to tell my squad to head towards the sniper's position, and I'm going to pull a what is it called exactly? Let me see. The photon flash grenade
Uh-huh.
Oh.
from my fucking belt, and I'm gonna throw it through the window into
you-
the room that Stark is in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to be a moment before you can do that cuz so the bar is about halfway down the street. He's in a building that's on the end of the street. So he's the exact opposite of where the Templar is.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
you're
I
going to
am-
be a moment. So like
Okay.
as you are coming out of the basement with Priest behind you and Ludovicus, at this time, that's when Marcus, not Marcus, Marcus and Ordo are there, and they see you running, and they heard the gunshots, and they're getting ready, and you see like Zevin and Boris are now finally like coming from the market. Boris just smacks Zevin and points behind you, and Zevin, you can see there's about like 6 armed guys that are approaching you, and at that time, the 15 guys that were down the road, basically are like you can tell that these mercenaries are like in contact with each other. So like you see some of them are touching their earpiece, and then once they do that, they start walking towards, and they start opening fire on the Templar and the Krieg. And so I think we might stop it here. There, I think we might stop it here because
No, keep going.
we can't finish this big fight today. So we'll have to do what we did last time. It's going to be a fight with the APCs, Kriegers. We gotta, but it's all one fight, so we don't have multiple maps. So that's going to be good. But so
Well,
with
here's the thing.
Mm.
They started shooting what regular stub guns at Space Marines.
Hey, just because they're brave, don't mean they ain't stupid.
Yep, and I mean that's the stuff you guys saw. So I mean, they are a mercenary group. They do have a reputation. If they're
had
going
crack grenades last time.
if they're going to crack grenades are pretty widespread, But if they're going toe to toe with Space Marines and they know the risk, maybe they can pull some shit out of their ass. Who knows? But yeah, with
Hit my
Stark,
sword.
yeah. So
Going
Stark, with you, you let go of your weapons, and they just proceed to tie you up, and you feel them digging in your ear to pull out your microbead and stuff like that, and they just break it, and they start
Rude.
You
That is
know,
inquisitorial equipment.
they
Wait, don't microbeads sit outside the ear?
it's like a neck piece, and then you can also have an earpiece.
I guess there's different kinds of there's different patterns. So
Yeah, they've had some because the microbeads for Space Marines is built into the collar. So
just because in Only War it shows like an actual ear and then there's a microphone, but there's different patterns of it. So
Wait, if it
Oh,
was
yeah.
built in the collar, why couldn't I contact everyone when I had the helmet smashed up?
Because it's still in the helmet.
yeah, so like
oh no, receiving is in the helmet, but talking is in the gorget or something.
no, the whole thing is based off the helmet. So the helmet is where they actually keep the stuff for
It'd
like
be like the base of
communications
the
and
helmet.
stuff like that.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sure. I mean, if they,
Oh,
I don't
wait,
know
was it-
where else they would build it into because the power pack is just for the power supply, air filtration. Like, there's already a lot of shit that's in there. The because even with the receiver in the collar, everybody still normally has their helmet. So I would assume that's what's broadcasting it.
Yeah,
says-
because if you don't have
it's-
your helmet on, you don't get to.
It says in the Death Watch, but I haven't read it in a long time, so I know it says in there, but I forget what.
Yeah, because
Well-
you can still talk and receive transmissions without your helmet on, but your armor, I think, is still using the helmet to broadcast that.
Quick question: was it here that people said that when I brought up 4-arm tech priests that tech priests can't have more than 2 arms?
What?
That's not true at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I
I've never
know,
heard that.
but there was a conversation. I couldn't remember if it was here or not.
You can't start with 4 arms. You have to be like rank 6 or some shit. But like, yeah, you can have like up to like 6 arms or
Those
some
are
shit.
technically mechadendrites, I think, right?
No,
Yeah.
I mean like literal additional bionic arms.
Oh, that
Oh.
just sucks.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know because there's not a real option for getting
There
additional.
Yeah, I
was.
don't
You
actually
just
know that one.
you just
Yeah,
add
you-
more bionic arms. and I found and I realized, yeah, Call has like 4 of them.
Well, Call's a tech heresy, like he's a walking heresy.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but he's the one in charge, so you know.
No,
He's not
5.
in charge.
Five. I just saw one. I just saw one's holding his cane.
Yeah, I didn't know they could also get bionic arms. I thought it was just like mecha dendrites and servo arms and stuff.
They never
Um,
really made rules for multiple arms.
They
I guess they never really expected you.
They actually do have multiple arm rules in
Yeah, because they had to
in
make them
Prayer.
for enemies and stuff. And
You know what?
animals.
Right.
Fantasy Flight games kind of suck sometimes with the rules. So
But I got, but
like,
I love them.
I
Yeah.
remember there's a rule in Only War, I think, where they made up a completely new rule for the engine seer that only shows up like on the engine seer's page. Doesn't exist anywhere else in the book, and that's the only place you can find it, or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
that's called bad design.
Yeah,
It's a rule
It's
for
like-
what?
All right, thanks for the game. I'll catch you guys later.
yeah. Peace out, man.
See, but-
Yep.
But yeah, they just basically take all your gear off Stark, and like you can see Chazov's like blood's pouring out of his head, but they just cuff him up, they ditch his shit, and they start dragging you guys down the hallway. After a moment, you get to like the lift to get down to the floors, like the elevator, and you just the guys set you down for a second, and then you just feel someone's forearm like go over your throat, and then he just holds it tight, and then eventually everything starts to fade to black.
It do be like that sometimes. I hold my breath for a specifically long time to piss him off. Besides that, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, you're pretty much coup de grace at the moment. But yeah, they
Surprisingly still alive. My luck's holding up higher than it usually does.
you're gonna end up on like a newscast getting executed. They're gonna chop your head off. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, there's a
That's
reason
fine.
why they're keeping you alive, buddy.
No, it's fine.
I feel like there may be an actual demon in that compound, and I don't know if that's accurate.
Are you
but
talking
it's
about the
definitely
market, or what are you talking about?
the compound they mentioned before.
Oh,
the
okay.
Gorgeous place, yeah.
Yeah, all I know is as we're running out that door, whenever we start again, I'm immediately throwing a fucking flash grenade back into the bar before I continue to run,
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna.
flashing everybody.
Yeah, I got
Oh, I
the.
should've
I got
popped
the map and
smoke.
stuff.
That's what I
Also,
should've
random tech freeze with 3 arms.
You should have popped smoke in the room.
Yeah, if I can't hit them, they can't hit me. Easy.
Almost like a presence.
It was that was a tough situation. I actually thought you were gonna go to the door first, but you were like, just let Chazov do it. And I'm like, all right. And then I was like, you still and they left their friend there. The one who got stabbed by Chazov, like that guy's still there bleeding to death. But
What about the guy that got his throat opened up by my last?
oh,
rifle?
he was dead. He was dead when he hit the floor. And then Chazov shot another guy in the hallway. So 6 guys rushed you dudes, and you killed 3 of them before they did anything.
Yeah, for some non-melee built snipers, I think we held up pretty well. Better
Yeah.
than I would have anticipated. Now,
Yeah.
if my 1,000-ton sorcerer was in the room, would have been done.
If only you would have had your fucking las gun out at the time. You could have fucking put it on burst and fucked them up real bad.
Oh yeah, if I had a carbine or one of those like triple lasers or whatever
Yeah.
the hell,
Well,
that fight would have been so
in that moment, I think Chaz it sucks to say, but I think you should have just let Chazov got his shit pushed in and hit one of the 2 guys that rushed you.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I'm okay. So I'm going to be 100% real with you. I don't know how to word this to a way for a GM to not sound insulted. Because if you're going to sound insulted, you're going to. But I don't care if my character dies as long as it makes sense for the story. Like, so I'll
That's
do
fine.
dumb things. I'll do dumb things if it makes sense for the character to do it. So like, it would make sense for Stark, who has the loyal trait, to save his companion before.
Oh
he starts
yeah,
saving
no, yeah, no. It totally makes sense.
That's
And
just
I mean,
proper role
you
play.
the bad guys missed a lot, and you missed a few times. So it's like I was saying, like, yeah, you could have shot the first guy to then you would only be on a 1-on-1. But
We
yeah,
still
it
have
totally
lost.
makes sense that you would shoot that guy for Chazov. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Because Chazov also probably has a higher strength skill, like strength and weapon skill. Because I straight up built Stark to be a shooting machine. Like that's all he's good at.
Let's see here. Chazov has weapon skill
Pants.
25, ballistic skill 53, strength 25, toughness 40, AG 50, intelligence 45, perception 48, willpower 35, fellowship 25. He is not built for close combat, which is why he uses he got a, let's see here. He has an assault shotgun that has
Didn't
the
do him like that.
compact upgrade. So it has a range of 15 meters, has a 9 in magazine, but it does 1d10 plus 7. Yeah, he's been.
Pardon
Yeah,
my priest, I was thinking like anti-Tau, like the inverse.
anti-Tau.
Well, Tau are more ranged and they're spindly and weak, while I'm the other way around.
I am
Dumb and
built like
slow?
rock.
Well, not that slow. It's a 32. It's something.
Yeah,
Sounds like a slow boy excuse.
And most
It's
of
only
the
slow if you're a space marine.
I got a 40, solid 43.
My
But my
agility,
weapon skill is 50.
yeah, that's a good weapon skill.
my agility is a 45.
My fellowship is 40.
My fellowship's 27.
Mine's 22.
Yeah, most of
You're
the
the squad
NPCs
lead?
they're pretty low.
Also,
I'm
my
not the
strength.
I'm not the squad leader because I'm good at being friends with people. I'm the squad leader because I'm good at killing people.
Hey,
and telling
fellowship
people
isn't
how to
about being
kill people.
friends. It's about telling. Fellowship is for also commanding people.
Oh, you're an infantry commander. I understand. You don't need a brain. You just need a good trigger finger.
Do it. Why? Boom. That's why.
No, the thing about the fellowship is just he was a drop trooper, so he automatically has like a garbage fellowship.
Oh
Did it get
yeah,
dropped on his head?
No, it's just they're like
stormtroopers are elitists.
yeah, like most people don't. No, he's not a stormtrooper. He's a drop trooper. Like he jumps out of fucking Valkyries for a living.
I know, but I'm pretty sure they both have like they're both. All right,
Well,
we've all
they're-
met airborne guys. We all know.
Well,
right?
they're apparently based on how it was described for this, like drop troops aren't like elitists or anything. Like it's just like most people are like uncomfortable or unnerved around them because like they think they're like fucking stupid or crazy
I
because
mean,
they
they
jump out of
are,
they jump out of Valkyries into combat.
which is apparently against the rules for the Space Marines, Lysandros or whatever the hell his name is.
Oh, you're talking about the game when he was talking about the Codex Astartes. It's like
Yeah, where-
it says you don't do jump packs into combat. It's like, okay.
Excuse me, the Codex
No.
Astartes names this maneuver Steel Rain.
Yeah, right.
This is-
No, it still his problem was they were using it for dynamic entry, and he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to defend him. I was like, we don't defend him.
No,
in
no,
this.
I understand what he was trying to say, but what he was trying to say makes him a little bitch.
Like if you're gonna let fucking normal unmodified humans jump into that situation and you're a space marine and won't do it, you're a pussy.
Does
Dude,
the Codex?
I love
Because of
I
fall
love that.
damage. Think about it.
Guys,
The one thing that
I-
can kill anyone.
I gotta ask. So the Codex Astartes says not to jump into combat.
It says not to
It-
use assault packs in a combat drop. Is essentially what it is.
Which is the
So-
only purpose
So
for
if
an
your
assault pack.
aircraft
No,
is
that's-
coming under direct enemy fire, you should not leave the aircraft in a jump pack.
Okay, so
Retarded.
that's what Ultramarines do. Then, so why do people think Ultramarines are smart?
Ultramarines are smart. They're just by the book people. So
Yeah, and the book
Ultra-
says they have to stay in the ship then.
yeah,
Well,
Oh, no,
it's
I mean the ship still lands.
yeah, they can make
Well,
combat
here's the
landings
thing.
and stuff, but it's
Here's
you
the
don't
thing.
want to rely on a jump pack to fly. The jump pack is meant for short jumps or quick engagements. Like it's not really meant to adjust your fall and your flight.
Yeah, to be fair, Captain, whatever the fuck his name
Titus.
is, Captain Titus does do some like mad maneuver shit.
He should not be as
Well,
Ultramarine.
Maybe they should have a better operate aeronautica fucking skill.
So they were going. So the sequel was going to
Fucking
be
leg.
him stuck in Death Watch as a Black Shield,
Oh, that's fucking dope.
and then the sequel to that was going to be him founding his own chapter.
oh.
Too bad it all got canceled.
Yeah,
Who owns Relic Games now?
Me.
Ubisoft.
Oh, I don't want Ubisoft to make
Hang
a
on.
Space Marine game.
Is it? Oh wait, maybe it was
I don't
THQ they
know
bought.
about that. Let me look.
Yeah, it might have been THQ I was thinking of because I think Ubisoft owns
Relic
THQ
is now
Nordic.
part of Sega Europe.
Oh, what? Sega? What the fuck they gonna do with it? Make another soccer game or something?
Company was sold to Sega on January 22nd, 2013, as part of THQ's bankruptcy.
Yeah, I know
THQ went
Ubisoft
bankrupt?
bought it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they went bankrupt
That's why.
because of fucking.
That's why it doesn't
and-
exist anymore.
what was
and
it?
you
Dark
say
S-
that
not
you
Dark
say
Souls,
that,
what
but
was
they also have Creative Assembly and Warhammer Total War is pretty fucking good.
it? Yeah, Warhammer Total War is
Uh,
pretty good.
Well, but a Creative Assembly is a master at their craft of making Total War games.
Bruh, who are those people who make is it Steel Division and the Red Dragon? Like
That's me.
No, shut up. It's it's like Red Dragon or something like that. It's a war games. It's like War Game Red Dragon or something, and it's like a very large, like scale military strategy game. I'd
That
love
sounds
a
familiar.
I'd love a 40k one with that one because those maps are like giant. Like you know you're shooting artillery at like realistic ranges, like halfway across like 100-mile like freaking map. It's crazy.
Speaking of, I wish people played Eternal Crusade, but that game is pretty much dead.
Dude, it was pretty much dead when it came out.
I bought it.
There's
Oof.
some-
Big oof.
That is one.
I
the
enjoyed it.
council, The council allots you one. Yikes.
I think they have like one or two people still on the admin team.
Damn, that's rough.
I've been watching someone. So there's people who are making a mod for
Apparently-
Squad where you can play at
apparently-
40k, but they're still in development.
Apparently,
I-
Relic's doing Age of Empires 4.
The question is, do any of you guys have squad?
I do.
Once my PC gets upgraded, I'll be getting Squad. That's for
I
sure.
I
don't
My
know what
do
the
internet
not
fuck's-
can't-
know.
What
I
the
have-
fuck is Squad?
I have
It's
almost
a-
700 hours in Squad. Fuck shit.
It's
so
a tactical shooter.
Apparently, I have Squad, and I had no idea.
it was
I
really
also
good.
have squad. It's a
I-
good game.
I got it
Oh,
from Humble Bundle. I
You know a
think.
game I do have, fellas?
Escape from Tarkov.
Arma 3.
Wait, what game?
Escape.
Arma 3.
I
Arma
don't-
2 sucked.
I don't
3.
have Squad. I don't know what this is.
Disappointment.
The Milson.
Oh, apparent because of Humble Bundle, I have Squad and one DLC called Canadian Armed Forces.
Oh
most
yeah,
dangerous
all their
armed forces.
DLCs.
It looks
is
like
just free
Canadian Armed
stuff. They
Forces
just-
is free.
Yeah, all their stuff is free. They
Got
just
his
update it.
ass.
All right.
But yeah,
What a nerd.
I
You
got-
have 3 things.
I like Squad. I love Squad. I love playing that.
Now, should I install it?
I've only got a couple hours in it because I've just recently.
Yeah,
got
I have almost like 700. I fucking
But-
love that game.
Should I install it? I have it.
You should.
I-
You should play it. It's fucking good.
I was playing it earlier today, and I was on the U.S. Army side, and we were fighting insurgents, and I had a fucking 249, and this entire squad just like was walking out in an open fucking field like retards, and I just like unloaded like 2 or 3 like 100 round fucking belts on them and killed like I think like 7 out of 9.
Good night, sweet princess.
Like
Yeah.
they were just like
Oh.
scrambling for cover, like they weren't even
Dude.
shooting back.
And every time I hop in there and I get a vehicle, because you always have people they're like, I just want to shoot, and it's like, I every single time I get in a vehicle, I'm like, I'll drive, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, because I'm like, I can determine whether or not we die, and that's it. and
I like to drive in a lot of games.
yeah, I just do it because it's like you get people they're always wanting to shoot because they want to kill things and stuff, and it's like I aim the vehicle and stuff like that. So it's like the second I think I hear stuff, it's like I just move the vehicle. So like there's been a lot of moments where we're sitting there and they're shooting at something and I'm like I feel like I hear footsteps and I reverse and then an RPG goes flying past us. He's like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like, "Right side, right side, right side." I'll just start driving.
I
Oh, I fucking
remember.
hate when, like, in a lot of games where the driver will actually get out to go into a gunner's position. Now no one's in the driver's seat. It's like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah, so in squad you can actually switch seats without having to get out of the vehicle, which is convenient. But like the damage system for vehicles is like so you can have like the tires or the track disabled, you can have the weapons disabled, you can have the engine get damaged. So like there's like intricate like repairs you have to do. And for the most part, like some stuff you can't repair in the field, so you have to like get the vehicle back to base and stuff like that.
When the only kind of situation I ever had with that, it was the army had brought their special like AR alternate reality like training sim bullshit like recruiting vehicle. It's basically a bus with a bunch of like VR games. And one of them was you got into the back of a simulated Humvee on a 50 cal, and the sergeant running it was like, "You didn't shoot anybody." I was like, "Sergeant, I know the ROE." Like at this point, I was in ROTC. Like none of them had weapons. Not a single fucking person in that situation had a single firearm. Like they were just running at the vehicle. Like, and he was like, "Oh," like he just like. You ever just see someone look uncomfortable and like stop talking to you?
Why didn't you just kill all the things? Just
It's
why
like
didn't
I'm
you
not
murder?
Dad, what are you, a pussy?
the I gotta be real with you. The airborne one was a lot more fun. Like you were jumping into like a stadium and you're supposed to get like within a certain target.
Air fucking born.
Airborne. Have you?
Uh,
Do you guys
I
get on
gotta
Reddit very often? Oh,
no,
Yes, mostly just the best friend subreddit.
dude.
Command.
4chan's better.
Command. No, hold on. There, because 4chan doesn't have Command Sergeant Major Airborne.
What the fuck? I don't even
Fucking
know what to
Hold
say to
airborne,
that.
man.
Command Sergeant Major Airborne. Hold on.
Yeah, just I find 4chan a lot more fun and less serious. Except for poll. Stay out of poll.
No, the only uh place I'd go is TG. So I can be like, what archaic system can I use to run Fallout? And everyone's just like, shut up.
Dude,
So I
I
try and
prefer
run
to go
Fallout.
to I go to B.
That's
All
the
right,
main
you
place I
trash.
go to.
Also, there
Y'all,
actually is a Fallout tabletop RPG.
yeah, which one? Because they're all trash. I've played them
The
all.
original one was on GURPS.
There was one someone did a homebrew
Fallout
for
pen
D
and
and D.
paper. There's like 6 editions. Ugh,
Yeah, I was saying originally it just used GURPS.
yeah, I know, but there I posted in general one of Command Sergeant Major Airbone's posts.
What the fuck?
Have you never heard of fucking
Command
this?
Sergeant
How you read this in your head is exactly how a fucking person in the army sounds when they're from Louisiana.
Yeah, so his account thing says alcohol abuse plus several concussions plus willful illiteracy plus southern accent plus over acclimatate whatever to army terminology
Acclamation.
and slang.
Ugh, I didn't know they make cancer in paragraph form. Jesus Christ.
Another
Hey,
guy
I gotta
responded.
ask. I gotta ask. From Arma 2 to Arma 3, did they correct the Parkinson's level head shake?
No.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I played, but I remember
Yeah.
getting. I only had about 50 rounds on a mod deuce, and I hit a guy at 100 meters with no scope. I was like, yeah, I have a huge dick.
I just know when I played Arma 2 first time, like there was the training of what they wanted me to do some skeet shooting off the side of a ship while facing the sun. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
That sounds like Arma.
It's like I want to get Arma. Like I didn't. I messed with Arma 2, and I watched a lot of stuff for Arma 3. I just don't want to get that detailed with military sim stuff. I don't want
Oh,
to
yeah,
have to
no,
hit 17 buttons to lean right, left, up, down. You know, there's too much shit.
Oh
There's
yeah,
too many stances you can do.
Yeah, I remember when I was looking at this, it was a sim game. It was a 75th Rangers role play bullshit.
It's,
And I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
yeah, no, they're all over.
see, if I get Arma 3, I wanted to do it just to play the 40k mods and the Star Wars mods and shit like that.
No, these fucking
Yes.
groups, man, with their 75th rate, like they get so fucking into it and they'll like act like they're fucking actual badasses because they play a fucking game.
They
It
require
annoys,
you
it
at least
annoys the
1,000
shit out of me.
hours where you can
Dude,
apply.
about that, watch the video I just posted. You'll agree with
I mean,
everything there.
I've got no problem with immersion. Like you want to be immersed, you want to fucking be the military
Oh yeah,
man.
that's not.
Go
that's not-
ahead.
that's not
But yeah, there are
But,
some
like-
people who get pretentious because they're good in a video game, and I'm like,
So
mm,
the only exposure I have to Arma is Remy's videos.
That's the good Arma.
That's the
Dude.
only. If I joined, I'd want RP like that.
Guys, I got in trouble for RP in a military video game because it was a World War II game and I was on the German side.
Oh
oh
no.
jeez, yeah, I
stop.
can already see how that conversation went.
I fucking remember that video.
I think
I forget the game, but it's like we were in a village and I started going off about, don't forget to check the attics.
Was it Minecraft? Was it?
No, it was an
Was
it
it
was
on an
actual World War-
unturned server?
No, it was an actual World War II game.
Minecraft.
Oh, I
Bruh,
get it now.
I'm not gonna lie, I still go back and play Minecraft. That's like Legos, man.
But
All
I
right,
thought you were
hold up.
making a Nazi joke because MEIN Minecraft.
I'm
No.
gonna be real with you, Mr. GM.
Huh.
At the beginning of the
Hey,
session, I was
hey, Mr.
reinstalling Technic-
GM was my father.
That was my father.
Well,
Alright,
I
shut the fuck
assume.
up.
I never met the man, but I assume that Mr.
No,
GM would
but
be
at
my
the
father.
beginning of the session, I was installing this old mod pack because I hadn't got it to run forever. And as soon as you called the session, I hosted it back up. I'm playing the old Tekkit Minecraft Mind Pack.
I was
mod pack.
I was my girl. So like the last time I played Minecraft was like 2-3 years ago, and my girl said I couldn't keep playing it because she saw what I was doing. I had some mods in there where I could do like factory stuff and have assembly lines, and then I had mods for guns. So I had an assembly line that was automated that was cranking out AKs, and I was selling them to the villagers. And she
This
was
sounds
like,
a war crime.
"You're
We
like an
need to have-
arms dealer," and I was like, "Yeah." She goes, She goes, "This is a game supposed to be like hunt monsters and like build stuff," and I'm like, "I'm building a better, safer world." And she's like, "You can't play this anymore." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, whatever."
Yeah, the Tekkit mods add. I don't
Sounds
remember
like
the-
she's a commie.
She's like, "You can't
yeah,
arm
so-
the local populace." I'm like, I don't know.
That
see
they
what
must
that's for.
seize the means of production.
That's why he was creating AKs, the farmer's friend.
Yeah,
Let's see.
but
What was it? Oh, in that game, the last thing I said before I ended up quitting was I was going around saying shit like you Americans must be so tired and sweaty from the fight. Put down the guns and come. We'll let you use our showers.
oh lord,
Banned. Just immediately banned.
Oh no,
immediately brand.
I quit right after that because a guy invited me to a white supremacist group. I went, nope, I'm out.
When you satire too hard and get mistaken for the real thing.
Yeah,
Here, I'll be right back. I'll run to the bathroom.
like it was actual like it was a Nazi group.
Oh, all right. Always run into a point in the night where one of them starts going on about something like that, something out of place. But hey, I just want to thank anybody who tunes in, checks out the videos. Even if you don't come on, onto the live stream and check it out. I want to thank you guys for coming and just peeking out what we do here on the channel. So it was pretty much all theater of mine this time. I had some maps prepped, but I just wasn't feeling like getting into a huge fight yet. I wanted to flush it out. I wanted to keep teasing at the stuff that's coming. So I don't know if you guys want to see the full blown DM's perspective and have me spoil stuff for you guys, or I really don't know how you guys who watch the videos, how you want that handled. So if you guys can just leave comments, send me a message on Twitch, just shoot me something and let me know, like, hey, I watched the video, I like it, but I want to see the perspective of the DM. I want to know what's coming. I want to know what you have planned. I want to know how you're going to do it, so I can try to do stuff like that in my campaign. Just let me know, and be happy to do that. But until then, I'm gonna kind of hint at some stuff. I'm gonna kind of explain some stuff, how I was doing it, how I was thinking it. But I'm not gonna spoil. Sorry, I got like the hiccups or something. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. If you're trying to get emotionally invested, and I do apologize that it is a lot more of a formal, just bunch of guys just bullshitting around while we're playing this game. So sometimes we do get off track, sometimes I gotta drag them back, sometimes I get off track. So it does happen. I know that out of the whole video, I could probably cut it down to story to just about like an hour. But we're just here getting together every Sunday. Oh, sorry, I said Sunday. Every Saturday night, just having a good time. 9 p.m. Eastern. And we play till about. I try to aim for around 11:30, 12 o'clock. But if it's if like in this moment, I know there's a big battle coming. It's going to be taking a moment. We tackled the snipers battle because it was it was really quick. There's only two people, two sides. So it was an NPC, a player, and then 6 enemies. So I knew that was going to be real quick. Back forth, back forth, back forth, done. And then with this big fight, we're gonna get initiatives rolling, and essentially it's what, 15 Kriegsmen, 10 Imperial Guardsmen, 4 Space Marines, and against 15, 21, 25 private military contractors. So who knows what's happening? So this could be a big old misunderstanding. Are the mercenaries linked to the rebels? The rebels just rushed the snipers, kidnapped them. Is Chazov okay? He was taking a huge beating, just getting his head bashed in with his own weapon after he lost the fight with, struggling with the guy. Is he okay? Is he dead? He's definitely severely bleeding. And then unfortunately Stark got, choked out once he was captured into unconsciousness, and most of their gear's been ditched. Hopefully they can drag it back, get free, figure out what's going on. Unfortunately, that stuff with the mercenaries is gonna hold up the Space Marines and them. I don't know. Maybe Lucian's gonna rush, try to get to him, and save the sniper. Otherwise, he may have to dig himself out of that hole. But if you guys have any suggestions, have any questions, anything like that, feel free to just shoot me a message, text and talk in chat. Anything you'd like to do, just let me know. And if you guys have suggestions on stuff you'd like to see on the stream, give me a shout. And then I'm still thinking about like other stuff I could do on my days off and stuff that could be 40k related. See what we can do. I've streamed some Tarkov stuff just because I'm sitting around. I play Tarkov and it's like, oh, let me stream this. Why not? And then boop, I throw it up there. But I'm gonna think I'm gonna call it here for the night. We're almost at 3 hours, 2 hours, 50 minutes. So we'll call it here. Call it a good stream. Got a good setup. There's been a pretty decent amount of combat for these sessions. After the next session, we'll get this combat resolved. We'll see what's going on with Stark, and then based on what happens there, the session after that, we're probably just gonna have a lot of RP focus. But we're establishing a lot of stuff. Is there a demon? Is there not? What's going on? He was seeing an underground, facility, possibly a bunker. So it's like we're teasing the librarian, we're messing with them, getting the Templar into a fight, seeing what's going on. Just playing everybody's strengths and weaknesses and getting them to go around. The Salamander, man, he just keeps burning through these fate points. He really just burns through them. 4 fate points, all on skill tests. But he didn't get into combat, so it was fine. I'm going to give them fresh fate points starting for the next round because I'm not an asshole. Why not be nice to them? And then, we'll go from there. But, again, thanks for anybody who stopped by, anybody who took a look at the, stream. I really do appreciate it. So you guys have a wonderful day, night, and everything like that. Be safe. All right, Gordo out.